Welcome, you guys. Welcome in. Heritage Signature Auction Day 2 is upon us, of course, brought to you by Heritage Auctions. Oh, man, I don't have my thing open. Oh, 1 second. Let me get open my little calendar. Makes it easier for me to rattle off the dates. In case you missed it yesterday, the next signature auction is coming up August 22nd and 23rd. Consignments are open until July 2nd, so if you want to get into the later this year August signature auction, you have until July 2nd to reach out. Videogames@ha.com. Referral links in the description that can help you grade your games and praise your games. The best of the best, the rarest, the most expensive. You guys know how the signature auctions work at this point. There's also more showcase auctions coming out later this year, so Videogames@ha.com. Reach out if you guys want to get into the next signature. And welcome in, everybody. Welcome. HC, Jeff, Max, Seth, Abramson, Game Gallery, Undammed, Joe Kane, Ren, X Machina, D Rose, Tanzarian, Sky, Blue, Rob, Big Box Game Shop, Jordan DC. Welcome in, you guys. Hamster, welcome in for an exciting day, too. May all of your stuff do well out here. Evan, welcome in, my guy. You look good with the green name, Evan. You look good being part of the Greg gang. VG Collectaholic, welcome in. Was it a mistake to auction your launch 360 next to the Halo 360? I actually don't know which one will sell for more. Like, am I crazy, Big Box, to say that I think the Halo one is going to do better? The Halo one right now is sitting at 3,700. Where's the launch model sitting? The launch model's sitting at 2,000. Like, they're both amazing in their own right. They are. I just think... I think the Halo 3 one is... I think the Halo 3 one is better. Call me crazy.
$550.
Like, the launch model 360 is obviously very nostalgic, there's a lot going for it. It's a launch model. But the Halo 3 one is freaking Halo 3. You know what I mean? Within other consoles, it's hard because this is in modern. Do we often see launch models exceed, like the special editions? Like with N64s and stuff, right? The Funtastics do better. The Pikachu does better than a launch model, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure with GameCube and stuff, a vanilla Indigo console would be outsold by any, like the Metroid one and stuff, right? I think once we get into these more modern consoles, the special editions, limited editions, those favorite bundles, I think, outsell. Should you grade a Switch 2? Like, it's such a long game, Carts and Cardboard. It's such a long game to grade a Switch 2 that for me, it's not really that interesting or not really that worth it. But, like, how much is a launch model Switch worth graded right now? Is it 2x? Like, you know, the original cost of a Switch plus grading, all that stuff. How much are you selling it for? A double up? 7 years later? 8 years later? Maybe I'm being too harsh on original Switch. The auction is underway, folks. 213 games today. We're starting off with some PC stuff. Opened up with Age of Empires, VGA 80 Plus for $875. Includes the strategy guide. Diablo shareware version. Big box, but yeah, shareware is never going to get as much as other PC games, as I've learned. VGA 85 for $1,100 there. Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone, $500 for the 85 Plus into Duke Nukem 3D. VGA 80. Uncensored box, stripper side, early production. The uncensored box? What's going on back there? What's going on back there? That's cool that there's 2 releases. Sole copy of the early production on the VGA Pop Report. There we go. Notable for featuring a stripper screenshot on the back and the side of the box. Later productions removed that screenshot altogether. $2,000 on Duke Nukem 3D. Just fantastic. Duke Nukem's cool as hell. To me, to you, launch is the historical good one. You probably should have kept it. I understand the argument fully, right? Like, I get the argument fully. It's just... I think we see the special editions and stuff go for more on more of these modern consoles. Where, yeah, like the original SNES, the original deluxe set, whatever it is, you know, those ones really crush. Oregon Trail VGA 80 hasn't over 1 million sold on its sticker. I'm guessing it's a later production. It's tough for me to know exactly where these sit for PC games. Grand Theft Auto 2 there was a VGA 80 UK version for $1,100. Resident Evil 80 plus VGA big box here. That's cool. Resident Evil, that freaking, that director's cut. Someone in the Discord bought it for the $20,000. Someone in the Discord purchased that frickin' Resident Evil. Big Resident Evil collector. He's happy. Went for a bit more than he was expecting. How many items am I throwing bids at today? Seth, I think I set up 15 proxy bids, 15 to 20. But, like, I'll be fully honest with you guys, right? So coming out of yesterday, I think there was a little bit of softness in the market, right? So now today, I threw out 15, 20 proxy bids, but they're not super high bids, right? It's not super competitive. I'm more so hoping to scoop something on the low. You know what I mean? If I can scoop something on the low, I'm very happy. The Sims, this is cool. I debated bidding on this too. It's a UK version, but like, I would love to get a big box Sims. The Sims is freaking awesome. Pushed its way to almost $1,200 there. Resident Evil, also $1,250. Honestly, it doesn't feel that expensive. Like, doesn't feel that expensive for what it is. Displays amazing. Resident Evil PC big box, like, very cool. Did I get the Diablo? No. I have no interest in buying a shareware version myself. Dark. No interest. I'll just wait for an actual big box version eventually. StarCraft VGA 80 big box, $1,375 into Double Dragon, 9.68++ on Atari. You wonder why The Sims is so expensive, the UK one? The Sims always just sells for a lot, Trevor. We saw some of the small boxes sell really good here, didn't they? Careful with that proxy. You're playing with fire. I saw your messages. I saw your messages, Josh. I used to always bid live. You know what I mean? I would always sit here and bid live, but like, I really, really feel like when I was bidding live with you guys during the stream, I was screwing myself over big time.
Fair warning.
So now I just launch proxy bids and I don't think about it. And,
$800.
you know, I got away from the live bids. I just think I was screwing myself over too much because people would see me bid and then they'd bid and it's like, This was the first item I threw a proxy at, by the way. 7.5, it has a little bit of fading on the box, it says. I couldn't see the fading myself. It might be on a side panel, maybe the top, the bottom, but I couldn't see the fading on front or back, but I tossed a proxy bid. See, again, I'm coming in low, right? I think my proxy bid was like 800 after BP, maybe 700 after BP. So it went for 1,125. You know what I mean? I'm trying to come in low. I put out a lot of bait. We're trying to catch a fish today. We're trying to catch a fish. 1,125 for the Mario Bros. First print Atari 2600. It's cool. I still think it's a deal, but I'm not in the market to purchase this right now. You know what I mean? Priorities. Sorcerer's Apprentice, 9.88++, highest graded copy of this ever offered. I think it's the highest graded copy that exists of Sorcerer's Apprentice. Pushing its way to almost $1,000 right now. This is the other item I put a low ball in. I think my bid was 600 after BP, something like that. So it's pushing well over 1,000 as it should. The comps for 9.6s are $1,000. Just sold in February, 9.68 plus for 1,000. So pushing its way now to 1,300. As it should. It's amazing. Atari 2600, Sorcerer's Apprentice, the Mickey Magic. It's, you know, it is freaking... Yeah, as far as Atari titles go, Josh, I think it just looks amazing. It's Disney, it's Mickey, it's a good one. It's a good one in my opinion.
Fair warning.
Greg's going to be winning all 15 items today, my gosh. I'd have to default. I'd have to default Carts and Cardboard. Heritage would never see me again. Tuesday would come and I wouldn't go live. First Mickey Mouse game outside of some computer trash. Sold for $1,375. It barely exceeded the 9.6 sales. So again, you know, like, it's coming out as the single highest grade ever offered. It barely outsold the 9.6 from February of this year. Not great. Not great. I would say it's a deal for whoever picked it up, but I feel like if I'm sitting here saying it's a deal on every single item, it might not be a deal. It might just be a reflection of where we are, you know? Might just be a reflection of where we're at. Donkey Kong, 9.98++, Atari 7800. Man, beautiful copy. Jesus. Pushing its way to almost 850. Yeah, almost flaccid, if you will. And no one likes that.
Fair warning.
Yeah, it was fun. Like, yes, Dan, it was very fun to live bid with you guys, and I get it from a content perspective. It's just like, I want to win some stuff, you know? For my own my own selfish needs here. I need to win some stuff. Soft already? Hamster, we're only 13 games in. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let it breathe a little bit. Let it breathe. We're only at game number 14 here. Donkey Kong, $875 into a Magnavox Odyssey 2. For the video game history people, this is Henry. Is Henry in here? This is what he should be buying. This is the history. 85 plus Odyssey 2. It's crazy. First time selling it at Heritage, pushing its way to almost $3,000.
Fair warning.
Only 3 on the VGA Pop Report.
Next lot.
Genuinely crazy. Like, it's nuts to me when we talk about the historical angle of video games and the oldest games that matter, blah, blah, blah. And then you have an Odyssey 2, brand new, selling for freaking $2,500. It just doesn't feel that expensive. You know what I mean? Relative to everything we say and we talk about and we look at, it just doesn't feel that expensive for what it is. Super freaking cool. I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever go up. Is it soft? Oh no, strong sale on the Odyssey 2. Will it go up in the future? I don't know, but I feel like it should. Right? I feel like it should matter more. I don't know. Adventure Island, VGA 90. Oval Circle, later production copy here. Beautiful copy of the game, though. Only one copy higher graded on the VGA Pop Report. Pushing its way here to almost $2,000.
Fair warning.
Is the plan to just say everything seems low? We just say, oh, that's low, cheap, low, and we just like try to scoop everything? Is that the play here? Try to scare people off?
$800.
Odyssey 1, maybe? The Odyssey 2, nah, this is low balls. 90 is strong for an 90 for a strong NES title sick. Adventure Island at 1800. Surely that's not bad, right? It's a later production. Surely that's not bad at 1800 on a 92nd print. Bandit Kings of Ancient China. Getting into the rare Koei games here. 9.6 A+. Only 2 copies on the Pop Report. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all there. 1,250 for Bandit Kings of China. So, here, Bandit Kings of China, right? We were talking about rare games. Comparing this to Gemfire, how much rarer is Gemfire than Bandit Kings of Ancient China? Right?
Fair warning.
This is like, this is Pop 2 on the Wada Pop Report. Sold for 1/3 of the price of Gemfire. Almost 1/3 of the price. I don't know, man. Batman Returns Prototype. 1992 Summer CES sample cartridge from Konami. This is cool. Pushing its way to 1,300 here?
Next lot.
1,250 on Batman Returns Prototype. I can't really give like good, you know what I mean? I can't give good opinions on how expensive these should be or how special these are. It says 520 CES or SCES sample. $1,250. It's cool. Battletoads 9.0 A+ original print copy. This seems solid. The 9.0 A+ here, pushing its way over $2,000. Gemfire is harder, Bandit Kings is rarer, Gemfire is more respected. Nobunaga 2 is the hardest, then Bandit Kings 2, then Gemfire, then L'Empereur. That order. Romance 2 will be a good test. A super shit copy sold for like 2 to 3K a while ago. Yeah, you meant Romance 2, not Bandits 2? Gotcha. Yeah, Romance 2 is coming up as well later in the auction, right? There's also the freaking Indiana Jones Ubisoft release. L'Empereur's there, 9.8 A+. Yeah, we get all of those super niche rare NES. Bandit Kings, 9.8 A, or Romance, sorry, 9.8 A+. Yeah, lots of really cool rare NES in here today. They'll be curious to see how those all do. Blades of Steel 9.4 A plus later production copy for $1,187. Bomberman 9.4 A plus. We just had a copy yesterday, right? The 9.8 A plus plus yesterday. Battletoads. I wanted to see some quick. I wanted to see some quick comps here on Battletoads if we can. It's not giving me anything recent. I'll have to actually type it in. Because I think a 9.0 for 2,000 is kind of a strong sale on Battletoads. Unless it's really still just that expensive. There's a Genesis copy coming up later today as well. VGA 90 plus on the Toads. For you big Toads collectors out there. 9.8 A plus in February 2024. Man, it's been a while since we've seen a real copy of Battletoads on Heritage. What the heck? Like, we have the Stinky Pal copy there for $200, but like, there are no comps on Heritage. I think there was a Toads on eBay not all that long ago. Anyone remember what it sold for? But I'm going all the way. Like, November 2022. November 2022, it was $2,400 for a 9.2. Surely $2,100 for a 9.0 is pretty damn strong.
Fair warning.
Yeah, what was the copy on eBay that sold? But none on Heritage. None on Heritage. Very odd. Bomberman, $1,187. Here's a Castlevania prototype now. Pushing its way, yeah, over 2,000. Not surprising there. Yeah, the PAL case packs on Battletoads screwed a lot of people up. It kind of fucked up the value on North American Battletoads. It's kind of like Kirby's, Canadian Kirby, all the pallets that were found. It really, I think it killed the price on American Kirby, man. American Kirby is not easy. Prototype here for Castlevania, pushing its way over like 3,500 here, looking for 3,700.
1,000.
That Batman prototype is cool. Has an entire driving stage axed from the final release. You can see screenshots of it in the magazine CES coverage at the time. Damn. This being a completely unique build makes it a lot cooler. Damn, that's neat. That's really neat on the Batman one. Castlevania one went for $3,500. I don't know if the Castlevania one is cooler, is more cool than the Batman one, but it's Castlevania, so of course it's going to sell for more money. $3,500 on the Castlevania prototype. Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest 85 plus early print for $1,800. Darkwing Duck 9.6 B plus. Man, that B plus though, hey, still $2,000. Still $2,000 on the Darkwing Duck, even with a B plus. Little Mermaid 9.6 A plus, only 2 copies higher. It was only 23. Great Capcom Disney title as well. You think you stole that Simon's Quest? I know we were talking yesterday, too, about the Simon's Quest, right? The 9.8 A++ just sold. I think an 85 plus for $2,000. I don't know if it's a steal or if it's just where it is now. Wasn't the 9.8 A++ yesterday like $5,000-6,000? Like, I agree that $2,000 doesn't feel like a lot of money for an 85 plus early print, but I just don't know if, you know what I mean? Like, right now, I think this is where it belongs.
$850.
It's a good buy. It's a steal. Little Mermaid, $1,200 on it. The 9.6 A plus into Double Dragon 2 85 plus. That's a steal. That's a solid deal. It's a steal. How do they verify prototypes? I think they still work with what's his name, Frank Cifaldi, with the Video Game Historian, Video Game History Foundation, and he does a lot of stuff for verifying protos. The actual verification process is beyond me. I simply don't know enough about prototypes, but Wada Games works with one of the best people in the world to go through a verification process with them. I can't speak to what it is, but like, yeah, in Frank we trust. In Frank we trust. Were the Batman and Castlevania prototypes ripped onto the internet before grading? I'm pretty positive that is part of Frank's process, William. I think the Video Game History Foundation dumps and archives everything prior to encapsulation, but they don't like,
Fair warning.
I don't think they like put it for open source for everyone to get. I think dumping is part of the process.
1,000.
Yeah, he backs them up. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm getting my words wrong. He doesn't dump them, but he has them on the internet. They are archived. Yes.
$1,900.
Yeah, I'm getting my, this is, I don't participate in that world. My terminology might be a bit sloppy. Dr. Mario 9.8A plus for $1,500. Double Dragon 2, the 85 plus for $1,100. This feels cool for Double Dragon 2, like $1,000 for an 85 plus. Doesn't feel bad, man. Kind of feels like a good buy price. If I cared more about Double Dragon, I would buy. You know what I mean? Not a franchise I resonate with that much in a world where I have to buy so many other games. Final Fantasy 9.2A++. I debated bidding on this too. Pretty nice copy here. It is a second print. It's just warranty differences. I don't know how much people care about it. Looks like 9.4A. Last sold in February for $1,600, if that is indeed a correct comp. Feels light though, no? Well, maybe. This 9.2A++ pushing up to what, 2,600 right now? 2,500 on the dot for Final Fantasy. Gauntlet, licensed copy, 8.5A. Significantly rarer than the unlicensed one. Only 4 of these on the pop report. Jeez, that's way lower than I actually thought it was. I knew that licensed Gauntlet was harder than... Yeah, there we go. We got the unlicensed one coming up next in VGA 95. I knew this copy was harder, but I didn't realize it was like 1/10 of the pop. You know what I mean?
$850.
Gauntlet pushing its way to almost $1,000. Jeez, man. Has Heritage ever sold one of these before? A licensed copy? I can't see one in the quick comps, I don't think. Jesus. $1,000 on the nose there. $1,000 on the nose for licensed Gauntlet, 8.5A. They sold for a lot more in the past. Even in this kind of grade, Josh, like 8.5A, I mean, not the nicest in the world, but... Gauntlet, VGA 95, Tenjin unlicensed here. Beautiful 95 copy.
Fair warning.
You can read the VGHF report for each of those prototypes using WADA cert lookup. There you go. So, William, if you want to dig deeper into those prototypes, you can go to the WADA Games website using their certification lookup, and you can type in the number right here. This number. You can look up that number, the 606025001, on the lookup, and you can read about everything there is about the prototype.
Fair warning.
Gradius 7.0 B plus hang tab. Not the best grade in the world, but getting a hang tab is incredible on Gradius. One of only 2. Yeah, one of only 2 hang tab copies. Beggars can't be choosers. You either have a hang tab or you don't. You either care about having it or you don't. 7.0 B plus pushing up to almost $2,000 there.
Fair warning.
Gradius hang tab should be a mil. Should be 13,000 actually, so rare. Yeah, isn't it Gradius and then Ikari Warriors hang tab is up next. Just a stupid pair of early hang tabs right here.
$1,700.
Stupid rare pair of hang tabs as Gradius is pushing here up to almost 2,000. Did we have the other copy?
Fair warning.
Didn't we have a super nice Gradius hang tab, or am I tripping? I think we had Ikari Warriors part of the DFW, right? A hang tab copy? If I'm not mistaken, was Gradius part of that as well? $2,000 on the 7.0 B+. It's tough. It's tough because the grade just isn't there, but like $2,000. Which one did 13K? Gradius? Yesterday? Am I forgetting it from yesterday? Ikari Warriors, VGA 80 hang tab. 13,000 and you want it. Jesus, man. Very cool. Very cool. Good to see you're still at it, Dan. I'll have to send you a DM. We haven't talked in a bit. I'll have to see what you're up to. It's probably been months since we've chatted at all. Good to see you're still at it. You're still buying your NES rares. You were going to just keep bidding until you want it? Jeez. Boy, you wish hang tabs mattered to you? Feels like trivia. Hang tabs are great. They are. Like, they are great. I just, like, in a world of priority or in a world of buying so many things, buying, like, a Gradius hang tab factory sealed or Ikari Warriors factory sealed, you know, it's just not up there. I have CIB copies. Like, I did keep my CIB hang tabs games. I didn't get rid of them, but I will never chase factory sealed on these games that just, I don't resonate with them. Ikari Warriors, outside of being like a rare hang tab NES, I just, doesn't mean anything to me personally. Pushing its way here past $4,000 though for the hang tab. 5 hang tabs on the VGA Pop Report. Yeah, what? The DFW copy on this sold for like 15,000, 20,000 more? It was a big sale, man.
$3,800.
Pretty positive it was DFW. Most recent. Whoops. I didn't click on that. There it is. 9.28 plus $12,000. Yeah, so that's probably the nicest copy. Is there a nicer copy than freaking 9.28 plus out there for this? Maybe there is. $12,000 for the Ikari hang tab there. So the 80 now is pushing over 5. Pushing over 5 on the VGA 80. Not too bad. You have a VGA 90? There we go. I figured there might be something out there. I figured there might be something, Dan.
$600.
$5,500 for the VGA 80. Makes sense to me. Like, that makes sense. You know, the 9.28 plus DFW first time, 11,000. This one sold for about half, lower grade. Doesn't seem... I see no issue, personally. 5,500 on Ikari Warriors. This is interesting. 9.88 plus Indiana Jones Last Crusade Ubisoft release. Highest grade on the Pop Report. Only 5 on the Pop Report. Why did Ubisoft do the re-release? What happened there? Or distinct from the release of the same name? Or is this a completely different game? Am I just crazy? Is this not a re-release? It's actually a different game? Am I just crazy? Oh my god, my whole life I thought it was a re-release. That's nuts. That's nuts. The Tato releases its very own thing. The Ubisoft releases its own thing. Exact same name. That's crazy. Pushing its way to 4,500, by the way. Some freaking love here for Indy Jones. The other one blows. Pushing its way here to 4,500. Indiana Jones Last Crusade 1993. Late AF for an NES game. Always been rare. Always been collectible. 4,250. It belongs in a museum. Wow. Very cool. 4,250. I'm kind of actually, like, I think it gets a bump because it's Indiana Jones. I'm surprised to see it, like, pushing into that almost upper echelon, you know? Kickle Cubicle, 9.6A++. Pair this sealed Kickle Cubicle with the original ad art coming up later. That's cool. That's actually cool. Man, Kickle. Kickle here. Kickle my pickle. Going over $2,000 up to 25, up to 27. Some love here for Kickle. Only had 4 copies ever on Heritage, and this one is the nicest. Interesting. I love seeing some of these more obscure NES games get a lot of love. Like, I never would have pegged Kickle to be like $3,000. Selling at $2,750. Whoo! Whoo! That is way more love for this game than I expected. Damn. Not too shabby, not too shabby. You're the underbidder? Damn. Yeah, it's so good. Is this just a genuinely great game? Like, I know nothing about it. Again, right, like, as an NES full set collector, I'm aware that it's like a $50, $60 game, has a little bit of value, but I don't think I've ever actually played it. It was just never super sought after type thing. But, man, $2,750, that's real. King's Quest V, 9.8A++, highest graded copy ever offered, might be the nicest copy that exists. 9.8A++ is beautiful on King's Quest V on NES. 1992 release, quite late in NES lifestyle. Was really good game and a puzzle game that's still playable today. It's like Bubble Bobble and Mario Had a Baby, and that baby was Adventures of Lolo. This game is rare in any condition. The King's Quest V, I assume you mean? This is coming from the Joiner collection. Not sure what that one is. But says down there in the corner, from the Joiner collection. Yeah, King's Quest V, I don't even think I owned for my NES collection. I think I had 660 games at my peak. I don't think I owned King's Quest V, funny enough. Kickle Cubicle got a fairly big magazine spread. Interesting. Interesting. You wanted Kickle, but too expensive? Man, you guys, big Kickle fans in here. Big Kickle fans in here. as King's Quest pushes its way here to almost 20. Yeah, see, like I would have said King's Quest outsells Kickle all day, every day, no contest, right?
$2,200.
You asked me, King's Quest 5 all day, every day, higher selling price than Kickle, but 9.88 plus plus, 2,375. Kickle, 2,750. Indiana Jones, 4,250. Coming up right away here, we got L'Empereur as well. We'll see how that one does, 9.88 plus. Legend of Zelda TM first production copy, cassette manual included, 9.0 box, 9.4 cart, 8.0 manual, pushing its way to 3,000?
Next lot.
Just shy of 3,000 on it, 2,750. Still expensive to get yourself a first print Zelda, nice condition copies. L'Empereur, 9.88 plus, here we go. Newly certified copy, higher grade than the only other copy on the Pop Report. So Pop 2, first time heritage, nicest graded copy there is on the Wada Pop Report. Pushing its way to $1,000. L'Empereur. See, so many of these Koei games, I feel like no one actually played them. Like, I feel like no one ever actually played L'Empereur or Bandit Kings of China or any of those games. I'm sure they did, but, like, I've never heard of anyone actually, like, talk about... You know what I mean? I've never heard someone talk about playing them or, oh my god, what a great game. Anyone remember this? Like, it's just a game that exists, and it's always been rare. L'Empereur pushing its way here to almost 2,400.
Next lot.
$2,000.
2,250. So just shy of King's Quest 5 there. And what was the other price there on the Bandit Kings? Bandit Kings of Ancient China for 1,250. Bandit Kings, I mean, shoot. Compared to some of these other rare game prices, Bandit Kings at 1,250 might actually be a deal at this point. Just relatively speaking against the other ones? I mean, I know it was only a 9.68 plus, but... Little Nemo, the Dream Master, oh my gosh. Plattsburgh collection there, 9.68 plus or freaking $2,500. 2,400, close enough. Oof. Mega Man 6, 85 plus copy. If the winner of the Zelda is in here, you have a very nice cassette manual you'll be parting with soon that could bump that copy. Whew. 9.0. What, a 9.0 manual? That's a tough bump, isn't it? This is like a bare minimum 9.0 right here. 9.0 box, 9.4 cart, 8.0 manual. Even if you upgrade that to a 9.0 manual, does it bump? I don't think so. I think you need like a 9.4. You need a 9.4 manual, wouldn't you? To turn it into a 9.2? Would a 9.2 manual do it?
Fair warning.
Mega Man 6, the 85 plus, selling for almost $2,000. Little Nemo sounds high, man, at 2,400. Am I crazy? The 9.4A was $1,500. 9.6, yeah, okay. 9.68 plus. This is the same damn copy here. Plattsburgh. The July signature in 2023. It sold for $2,100. So there you go. $2,400 today. Little Nemo is up in money here. This is a strong ass sale. 9.88 plus was $4,000 on eBay. Interesting. A week ago. Jeez. Yeah. I love for Little Nemo, man. Little Creamo, the Cream Master.
$1,900.
I don't know, man. Metal Gear Solid, 9.48 plus. Cool to see. Cool to see.
Fair warning.
You were told there would be no math at this auction. Yeah,
Next lot.
I don't know how to do it in my head. I'd have to actually think about it. I don't do CIB piecing together enough to be able to do that on the fly. Metal Gear 9.48 plus for $2,200 into Monster in My Pocket with the little free Konami monster inside, 85 plus. 21 copies on the Pop Report, only one graded higher. 85 plus here, pushing over $2,000. The last 85 plus sold for $2,800 back in November 2023. Couple more bids and we're going to match that. Monster should be a $3,000 to $4,000 game. Big box, you won the Metal Gear. Let's go, dude. Is that a pretty good price for the 9.48 plus? I still need to get my copy of, I still need to get a Metal Gear eventually here. March 20th, 9.2A plus for $2,100. You nailed it, dude. Not too shabby. You got yourself a 9.4 CGC for almost the same exact price as a 9.2 WADA back in March. I don't think you can. I don't think you can complain. Monster in My Pocket, Dan. Almost $5,000, my guy. Almost $5,000. $5,000 on the dot, 5,200 looking for 55. Woo! Whoo, my gosh. Like I said, the last 85 plus, November 2023 for sub 3K. Whew.
Fair warning.
So, man, trying to predict the relative prices of these rare uncommon NES games, I'm learning is freaking impossible.
$400.
Trying to predict these? I can't do it. I can't predict that Monster in My Pocket is 5,000 while L'Empereur sells for half. I can't do that.
$850.
That's jeez, man. Jeez. $5,200 Monster in My Pocket. 1943, 85 plus. This should be a first print, right? Or is this the only? Is this the only print that exists on 1943? 85 plus here, pushing its way over $1,000.
$1,100.
Out of 27 copies on the VGA Pop Report, only one graded higher. This is the only box. Okay.
$1,300.
You have a decent sealed Monster in your pocket, and now you're wondering if it's one of your best games? That's what I'm saying, Seth, right? Suddenly Monster in My Pocket is looking like an NES Grail, man. It just sold for as much as like the 9.88 plus Mighty Final Fight from yesterday. Right? Like it's more than Dragon Fighter, more than... Like, what outsells Monster in My Pocket? Very little. It's a hell of a sale. 1943, $1,625 into Ninja Crusader. Highest graded copy on the Wada Pop Report out of just 6. Very rare on Ninja Crusaders. Very uncommon. 9.68 Plattsburgh Collection. This probably sold before then, hey? Looks like it was January 2023. It might be the exact same copy again. Plattsburgh Collection.
Fair warning.
$900.
Yes, January 2023, 4,320. Whew, that's a high comp right there. That's a high comp as we're sitting at 1,100 right now. Let's go, Ninja Crusaders. You got a 4x from here.
$1,000.
Why are CIB graded based on all 3 scores, but sealed are based on mostly just the box? CIB should start at the box and then be reduced to the cartridge because you can't see the carton manual. Like what else are you gonna grade? And the box is weighted more on CIB. It's 50% box, and the manual and cartridge are worth less. So the box is still the biggest component of a CIB. But with sealed, like what else are you gonna grade? The seal rating gets its own grade with WADA, but when you grade with VGA, like this Mega Man here, that 85 plus is almost a 50-50 with the seal. Like that is box and seal combined. VGA is very hard on combining them. You need a clean seal in order to get a good grade, so. Ninja Crusaders, $1,375. Yeah, that $4,000 comp, man, that was a high one. That was a high one back in January 2023. $1,375 on Ninja Crusaders, 9.6A. Paperboy, 9.2A. Why not, hey? We'll just freaking all the way up on Paperboy. It always does. Pushing its way to over $2,000 here. One of 22 copies of the later print.
Next lot.
Yeah, $2,000 on the nose, $2,000 on the nose.
$1,200.
Love this game, one you followed way back but never bought. Which game was that, Ninja Crusaders or 1943? 1943 and 1942 are just great games. Great shmups. Pinball, VGA 90, uncirculated. Rev A, this is one of the case fresh ones, right? Must be because it's uncirculated. Do any of these exist in 95? These uncirculated case fresh pinballs? Were there any 95s in there? Pinball pushing its way to almost 2,000 here. The last VGA 90 looks like it was 3,000. The last 90 before that was 3,000. 90 plus does exist. Were there any 95s? Pushing its way over 2,000 right now, looking for 2,250.
$900. $2,000.
Also, I'm curious if you guys are targeting stuff today. Do you guys have proxy bids in? How many things are there that you're looking for? We're, 44 games into the auction here? 1/5 of the way done?
Fair warning.
How many things are you guys targeting today? Someone already won something. Big Box, you said you won the Metal Gear. Seemed like a good price. And how do you guys feel after yesterday? Now that we've had 24 hours to kind of digest everything that happened yesterday, I went back and looked. You won the Sorcerer's Apprentice 1943 and Ninja Crusaders. Whew! Cleaning up already, Time Capsule. My gosh, man. That Sorcerer's Apprentice was great. Can't say you won it or it won't come true. Can't say you want to win it or it won't come true. Just shy of 3,000 on the pinball this time around. Just shy of 3,000. There's actually a few more you're going for tonight. You were slacking it. Prince of Persia, 9.8A plus copy. Beautiful on Prince of Persia here. Beautiful, beautiful copy. The last 9.8A plus WADA copy was nearly $4,000 back in August 2024.
$1,600.
Almost 2,000 now on the CGC one, Prince of Persia.
$1,700. $1,800.
3 proxies in, all on the load side, so you don't accidentally win all 3. You wish you'd kept bidding on the Age of Empires. You were expecting to have to pay more for Duke Nukem. Oh yeah, VG, you bought the Duke Nukem. I totally missed that message there. That's such a sick pickup. Duke Nukem's so cool, man.
Next lot.
Duke Nukem is so sick. You might go ham, Esviata. I have my proxies in too, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna pick anything up. I'm hoping. Also, I checked, right? Yesterday. Hey, there's Supyo. There we go. There's the man. The Punisher, 9.4A plus, sub 1,000. Man, 1,000 on the dot for the Punisher. I think that's a good price. I think that's a good buy price. I think my proxy on this was freaking low, though. Like, I think I was coming in at like $600. But like, man. 1,000 for the Punisher? This is cool. It just feels like a game that will forever have value because the Punisher is so badass. And if the Punisher ever elevates up in comic culture again, yeah, it's just a sick game. It's a sick game. Super cool. It's probably a steaming pile of shit. I see it's published by LJN. I've never actually played it, but like, what a sick cover art. What a sick character. RBI Baseball, licensed Tenjin version as well, just like the Gauntlet there. 8.5A, only 9 licensed copy on the Pop Report. Again, much, much, much more rare than the unlicensed version. You've also never played the Punisher? Yeah, just so many of these I've never actually played, but they're so sick. So sick. Also, I was looking, right? Because yesterday's auction, there might have been some fatigue. Maybe there was just too many items listed. Maybe our market's too thin. Whatever you want to say about why we were getting some comps lower or some prices were lower than expected yesterday. I did look back at the February signature. It was 200 items. 193, I think. 197, something like that. The signature auction today or this weekend is like 370. So this signature offering, for whatever reason, is almost twice as big as the February one was. Because I remember back in February, we were talking like, oh, the day 1 results were good. Is the high end coming back? Some things were popping off. Day 2 was a little bit, up and down. But this auction in total has almost twice as many things listed. So perhaps that is a part of what the issue is. Yesterday we had 3 copies of Pokemon Yellow. There were a bunch of different Zeldas. It could be that there's just too much stuff in this auction. This market, as we see with comps all the time, right? Bionic Commando 9.8 comes up, the next 9.8 sells for less. Simon's Quest 9.8 comes up, the next 9.8 sells for less. The actual depth of this market simply might not be able to support this many items. The market's too thin might just be the answer, right? We just don't have enough participants. But just something I noticed that I wanted to bring up as to why yesterday may have went the way why this weekend is going the way it might be going. If expectations are lower than otherwise might have been expected. As you guys saw, a lot of my expectations yesterday were higher on my estimates than reality. RBI Baseball, 8.5A for $1,500. Man, these licensed, unlicensed games, they actually are worth a ton. Whew. $1,500 on RBI Baseball. Rampage, 9.4A plus. Too many lots. This one seems too big. It's looking more and more like something funky went on in 2019 to 2020. Yeah, everything bubble, Lee. Everything bubble, man. It just... Everything from 2019 to 2020 was funky. It was a good time to be alive. Why are you going full neckbeard? Because I'm lazy. Because I'm lazy, Lee. I'm going to get all my wisdom teeth pulled in like 2 weeks, so I'll have a clean shave. I think they're going to give me a gas mask. I'm going to be huffing that nitrous gas like Kanye. That's what I was going to say. So, I'll be shaved up in like a couple weeks, but dude, if I could just do laser hair removal, I would. I don't like having facial hair at all. Romance 2 of the Three Kingdoms. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2. 9.88 plus copy. Pushing its way to just about 3,000? 2,750. A little bit more than L'Empereur. He meant what is a scam? Yeah, but it's a silly narrative to say that when anything in 2019 to 2022 freaking, like what, Yu-Gi-Oh cards freaking 20x'd in that time span. The heart of the cards went up 20x in that time span. Who was scamming Yu-Gi-Oh?
$1,300.
That's what I want to know. Why did my Cyberstein that I sold for like $4,000 in 2019, why did Steve Aoki buy the same fucking card for $90,000 3 years later? Why don't I have $90,000?
Fair warning.
It's the world we live in, you know? It's the world we live in. It's what happens.
Next lot.
Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2 at 2,750 falls right in line with a lot of the other games, honestly, for those rare ones. 2,750 puts it. King's Quest was 2,300. Kickle Cubicle 2,750. Right in that line, 2 to 3 grand is where a lot of those ones all fell. Those rare ones. Bartman reached Radioactive Man 9.4A plus 1,750. 1,750 for the 9.4A plus there. That's cool. We don't see Bartman much, actually. Radioactive Man?
$1,600.
It doesn't say how nice it is on the pop report. The 9.8A plus sold last signature for 3 grand. Beautiful cover art on this. 1,750 for the 9.4A plus. I don't really care about the Simpsons games, but like Bartman, Radioactive Man has always stood out to me.
$1,900.
Solomon Ski, 85 plus. Later production copy here, pushing over $2,000 still. You remember when you had all 4 of yours pulled? There's like 3 days you don't remember? Yeah, it's going to put me on my ass. I know that much. You're holding on to your wisdom teeth like grim death. You have so many molars that have been drilled into. Yeah, my one is crooked as hell. It doesn't have to be pulled, but it's one of those things where like it might be better to be preemptive on it. And then whilst I'm there, it wouldn't hurt to get the other one removed. And it's like, I'm going to get Invisalign.
$2,000.
So in getting Invisalign, they were like, oh, you might as well just like get your wisdom teeth out first and foremost so that they don't fuck up anything after we do corrective stuff with Invisalign. You know what I mean? So just, I'm doing a bunch of dental work. I'm going to have a pretty smile for you guys in like 2 years.
$420.
Worth? I don't know. Might be worth it. I don't know. Solomon Ski, 2,750 for the 85 plus. Shouldn't this be like 5K? Should Solomon's be that expensive?
$1,000.
I know finding Solomon's Key factory sealed is like very difficult. Second highest graded copy on the pop report. Yeah, Solomon's Key, it probably should be more expensive. Hey, it probably should be. Probably should be. Star Wars 9.6A plus. Newly graded copy, top of the pop report, only 12 on the pop report, pushing its way to 1,750. There's also a new top pop, Empire Strikes Back, right beside it. 9.6A plus plus. Beautiful, beautiful Star Wars games here, pushing to almost $2,000.
Next lot.
It was just everyone sitting at home bidding on everything, games, cards, toys. Yeah, the COVID bubble was fun. Like, make no mistake, it was crazy, man. It was lunacy. Like, that was the GameStop short squeeze in that time. Like, it was wild, man. Weed stocks, like, oh, what a crazy time to be alive. Looking back, it was just complete lunacy. You collected Yu-Gi-Oh! In the hype, had hundreds of OG booster boxes sealed. Holy shit, dude. Were you able to cash out before it all came back? Yu-Gi-Oh! Hasn't even recovered. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still sliding. I still keep up a decent amount with it. I still purchase Yu-Gi-Oh! Here and there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still sliding, man. 3 of your 4 were fine, but 1 came out was insanely painful. Got them all removed. You regret not doing all of it. You really don't want more than 1 recovery. Yeah, that's my thing, KK. It's like if I'm going to be in there anyway, if I'm going to be under gas, like just fucking take them all. Couple of weeks from getting your implant finally completed. A crown, you can't wait. I think I have to crown something as well before I fully start, but... All 4 wisdom teeth out in the morning and still made it to high school dance that evening. What? Dude, what? That's not supposed to be a thing. The Star Wars 9.6A Plus, 1,625. Empire Strikes Back, 2,250. They're not bad sales. They're not bad sales at 1,625, but it's not like... I need more comps. They're not... Those comps are too old. Maybe it is a good sale. Just give me 1 second. I almost expected more out of both of these Star Wars games, just being that they are new top pop examples. Man, I guess the Empire Strikes Back 9.2A only sold for $400. Street Cop pushing its way up to almost $1,000. Highest graded copy out of 11. Doesn't say it's its first time at Heritage Auctions though on it. 9.8A Plus went for what? $700? 812. Yeah, I didn't realize that Empire Strikes Back is just kind of... Oh, there is a CGC 9.8A Plus as well. Who cares? Who cares about a 9.6A Plus Plus then? Yeah, the 9.4A 1500 and an 85 Plus back in May. Last year, 1 year ago, was 2,375. So, the Star Wars WATA copy here didn't even beat the 85 Plus from last year. Not a bad sale, but like I said, I being the top pop WATA copy, I did expect a little bit more juice on Star Wars. Are these games any good? Both Star Wars games? These are also ones where I love the cover art. I love the framing of the JVC, the little photo. Look amazing. But, are either of these games actually good? Street Cop went for $812.50. Strider went for $1,062. Only $1,000, hey, for the 9.8A++ Strider. It's always seemed to be a little bit lower on the Capcom games. I thought Strider was more popular in general, but like, never really sells for that much. Super C, 9.2A+, better than Contra. Way better game than Contra. Fight me.
Next lot.
$700.
Super C selling for $1,687. Strider had a case pack found. When? When was that, hamster? Super Mario Bros. 9.4 hang tab. No. Not a hang tab copy. This is that super rare 7th print or whatever, right? The no Rev A, no hang tab?
1,800.
9.4 copier, pushing its way over $2,000. A couple of years ago on the Strider caseback. Interesting. The Star Wars game on NES is awful. You got all 4 taken out as well under gas. Make sure you have someone to drive you back. Yes. Yeah, they said I have to have someone in the waiting room for it. Get in with the dentist, then rake in their games. Yeah, I need to fly down. I need to have the actual video game dentist do it.
Fair warning.
I need to have the actual video game dentist. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond, another great short squeeze stock there. You bought a raw copy of Bartman Radioactive Man a few months back. You just hate to even see the game now? Why? What's wrong? What do you mean? What's wrong with it? 85 plus Mario 2, later print here. Just getting caught up on chat here quick.
$3,000.
The wisdoms aren't as bad as I think. I'm hoping. The PPP loans that were forgiven and stimulus checks were a huge shot of adrenaline. Yep. Free money, man. Money was free. Interest rates were like rock bottom record lows. Money was free. Money didn't matter. Money did not matter.
Fair warning.
Yeah, exactly. I think these people are crazy saying that it didn't even hurt or whatever.
$900.
You have to bite down on the gauze and it'll soak with blood every hour. Oh my god. Sounds disgusting. You're gonna say Times at Lore for $600? Strider's underappreciated. Surely Times of Lore can shoot higher than $600, right? 9.6A++, like the only sealed copy that exists. Given what we've seen from everything else, I'm gonna go ahead and say $1,800. I think that would put it perfectly in line with a lot of the other super rare sales. Given that it's the only one, you know, it could go $2,750, but I'll say $1,800. I don't think it's super popular, but it's rare as fuck. The Super Mario Bros, the 9.4 there, $2,750. Mario 2, 85 plus, $3,750. That's honestly, man, like you can get yourself an 85 plus Mario 2 now for under $4,000 just feels good. Tecmo Bowl 9.48 plus under $4,000 as well, and Tecmo Super Bowl pushing its way to almost $1,200.
Next lot.
200.
Oh, the cover arts on Star Wars are great. Great. They're not good, they're awful. Not sure what I wrote, just make sure you have someone to... Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't think they'll do the surgery without me literally having someone. And there you go, Times of Lore. There you go, pushing its way to $3,500 immediately. Rare as hell, only copy on the Pop Report, 9.6 A++. Pushing its way to $5,000. There you go. Rarity winning out, man. Rarity winning out. Jesus. Pushing its way to almost $6,000. There's $6,000. It's shooting, baby. It's shooting. We just hit the inflection point. Every bid now is $500 instead of $200. This might be where it stalls out. We just gotta... Still going. Still going, baby. That was a quick 1,000 right there. Looking for $8,000 now on it. Woof. 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 Is Times of Lore good? What does anyone know about this title?
Fair warning.
What does anyone know about Times of Lore? Because I know nothing about it. 1991, published by Toho. Toho also published the Toho also published Godzilla, right? One of the best games of all time. You love Times of Lore, PC game originally. Is it actually really good? Very fun. Pushing to fucking 11,000? Really? Really? Wow.
Fair warning.
Wow.
Next.
All right. Shoot. All right, man. I will eat my prediction there at what I say, like $2,500 on the high end. 11,250 for Times of Lore. 11,250.
$2,600.
It's cool to see. I want to I want to know who won it. I want to know who wins games like this for $11,000 because I want to know if they have a connection to Times of Lore. I want to know if they're like super deep NES collectors. I want to know if, you know what I mean?
$950.
I want to know where the $11,000 for Times of Lore, what is the rationale? Obviously, it's super freaking rare, like... Yeah, is it someone like Bucky who wins it? Just an old school collector, someone who has everything and they've never seen it before and they just fight for their life? Someone who's been doing it since 2004 or whatever? It's just like $11,000 is so much money. You know, we said this might be, is that the high mark of the auction?
Fair warning.
I think that's more than every single NES game, every single game we've had that sells so far today.
1,200.
Ikari Warriors Hang Tab was 5,500. I think that was prior, right? Yeah, that is the high mark today. $11,000 on Times of Lore, blowing away everything. Twice the amount of Ikari Warriors, which was the other high mark. Tom and Jerry, 9.68 plus for 3,000. Town and Country Surf, 1,437.50. Wall Street Kid. This is another one where I think it could really do something. I mean, I guess it's already freaking pushing 2,500 here. 9.88 plus. Highest graded example. I think it just really represents meme culture at this point. It has like that appeal of being a meme stonks and like
Fair warning.
modern culture investing and stuff. I think it it's great. It really is great. I don't know if the game's any good, but the name, the cover, all of that. Pushing its way at almost 3,000. Yeah, 3,750 here. So, new high mark by far on Wall Street Kid. Still going. Still going. We got a late bid. Looking for 4,000. Yeah, and with the advent of like Wall Street bets and that whole culture, this game is just so good. Such a good display piece. Such a good display piece.
Next lot.
The gameplay is wild. Is it actually is it actually kind of cool? Is it a decent game? 3,750. 3,750. Super freaking cool, man. I can never justify spending $4,000 on something like this, but my God, this would look great in a display or in a backdrop. I would love to have this in my backdrop. Maybe I need to find a shitty copy somewhere. I need to buy a shitty sealed copy. I need this in my backdrop. It's too good. It is too good. Oh, gosh. Yoshi, 9.68++. Got to get a copy of that Big Lex. We got to find one. I think I own a CIB still. Maybe I can just grade a CIB. Maybe I can just cheat. Maybe that's the play. Just cheat.
Fair warning.
You have multiple shitty sealed copies? Might have to make something happen, man.
Next lot.
We might have to make something happen. Yoshi 9.68++ for $718 there. The free sample copy, 8.5 Nintendo Power. So yesterday we had the 9.6 free poster inside. The free sample copies are a lot more rare on Nintendo Power. I don't know the difference in distribution for free sample versus free poster. I'm pretty sure the free sample are earlier. I don't even know if I can say that. I actually don't know. There's a distribution difference. I don't know what the difference is. You have the world record in TNC Surf Country, and you want it. Oh my god, dude. Like, speedrunning world record or a points world record? I don't know how that game plays. Rudy has a Wall Street Kids in his backdrop. Of course he does. Of course he does. Just makes sense. This one was sent to the Fun Club subscribers, so this should be like
$2,400.
Like, I don't even know. I don't want to say earlier or better or anything like that. It's points record. You maxed it out first, but others have since then. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know if it was a points game or a speedrun game. I really enjoy speedrunning. Like, I keep up with a lot of speedrun games, but I don't speedrun myself, but I really like the culture.
Next lot.
$110.
I want to make some money. You already got an offer on Town and Country Surf coming in. There you go. You can already make some money on that Town and Country Surf. Give it the quick flip. The quick flip it deserves. You have a feeling I'm going to get wrecked by the dentist visit? I feel like I'm going to too, Lee. Like, I'm not even going to try and be a tough guy or anything. I think it's going to put me on my ass. And I want to be put on my ass. The whole thing scares me. Medical scares me. I have, like, a medical phobia. I know that. I don't like needles. I don't like surgery. I don't like anything. Like, I have a medical phobia. 100%. Even the thought of, like, taking gas or being put under, any of that stuff terrifies me. Don't like it. I don't know why. Just makes me uneasy, man. I already feel my heart rate going up just talking about it. Blazion, the Biocyborg Child Challenge. 9.4A here as SNES kicks off. Published by Atlas. Highest graded copy ever sold on Heritage out of only 2. Yeah, rare as hell. Rare as hell here on Blazion. Blazion. 1,875 to kick off the Super Nintendo block. The free sample, Nintendo Power, 8.5 for 3,000. Yeah, just like Goku. Big, strong man, afraid of needles. I hate it, man. I saw Dr. Giggles as a kid. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, 90 plus. Oof, beautiful copy of Mystic Quest here. There was the 9.8A++ to at one point, right? What the heck did that push to? I can't remember now. Second highest graded copy on the VGA Pop Report at 90 plus, pushing up to almost 3,500. Got it, looking for 37. You didn't get put under, but there were like 8 needles. Oh my god. The only hook graded at WADA. Really? The 9.8A++ here. Jesus.
Next lot.
Mystic Quest closing at $3,500. 9.4A+ second print F-Zero Black Label. Very nice.
Fair warning.
Why was this in the online and some dumb shit? Which game, Supia? What was it? The Blazon or which? F-Zero, $1,125 for a nice black label copy there. Hook. No other copies on Hook on the Pop Report. And the first one that shows up is a fucking 9.8A++? What? What?
$3,000.
That's rigged, man. Someone's scamming the system. That's crazy. Pushing up to almost $4,000 here on Hook. 9.8A++. Only WADA copy. That's great. I think I'm so used to seeing the Genesis copy that in my head the SNES one also exists. I think that's why in my head I'm like, I think, you know what I mean? I think they exist. But that's crazy.
$3,400.
Pushing its way over $4,000 now. You sold a raw hook a while back, more like 8.0. Did it sell for a massive premium, Elo, or no? Were people like did your raw hook also do pretty well? There's only one on the VGA Pop Report, and it's an 80 plus. Whew. Yeah, that's insane.
Fair warning.
It's insane. $350. Yeah, it sounds low, Elo, for how rare it is now. $350 for like a sealed one, given it's a Pop 2? Damn. $4,250 for hook. Same people that made Skyblazer. I've actually played that game. I think it's really fun.
$50.
There's sometimes I would get SNES games in bundles and I'd actually try them out. You know, not a fake gamer. I think Skyblazer was actually really good. Hook. 9.8 A++ for $4,250. It's crazy. Illusion of Gaia, 9.8 A+. Tied with one other copy for top grade on the WATA February Pop Report. The last 9.6 A++ was back in March for $1,625. That was CGC. One more bid here. There we go. We're matching the 9.6 A++ sale. We're now exceeding it. Pushing our way up to $1,800. You love Gaia? You can play it over and over. So good. Never played Gaia myself. Oh, it's interesting to see no one care about Gaia. I feel the exact same way. I feel the exact same way every time it sells, Trevor. In my head, it feels like this should be some massive collector title. Oh my god, Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger, Illusion of Gaia. But then, when it actually sells every single time, it's like, oh, like $1,500, $2,000, you know. Very, very much lower than some of the most iconic games. You 100%'ed Illusion of Gaia. It's good. Check out the CGC graded Gaia t-shirt coming up in the weekly. Is it the game plus the t-shirt, Evan, or is it just the shirt itself?
$380.
Illusion of Gaia, yeah, $2,250, right? Like it's I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know enough about Super Nintendo as to why Gaia does not fight with some of the biggest RPGs, but it just doesn't. $2,250. Inspector Gadget, 9.4 A+, only the second time at Heritage Auctions, highest graded copy ever at Heritage Auctions. Developed by good old Hudson Soft. Pushing its way to, pushing up to $2,000 pretty easy here. Few more bids. When is the fiber sign? Which fiber sign?
Fair warning.
We had a fiber optic Game Boy one yesterday. It sold for $7,000, if I recall. $6,800 maybe? Just the shirt is graded in the weekly. That's crazy. I can't believe VGA graded just the shirt. What? Wait, let me take a quick peek at this here.
$2,000.
Or is it like a pre-order bundle thing? What? CGC graded it? What?
Next lot.
$550 to $600.
Since when? What the fuck? They'll do this? That's crazy. I didn't even know CGC would do this.
Fair warning.
That's nuts. Illusion or Inspector Gadget, $2,375. The blister was on Facebook a while ago? Wow. Ken Griffey Jr. winning run the 9.6 A plus for $812. I think there was the 9.4, 9.2 on the weekly auction just a little while ago there. Kirby's Dream Course 9.6 A plus, only 2 copies higher out of only 10 on the Pop Report. Yeah, for Kirby's Dream Course is way more rare than I ever think it is. Sold for $1,750 there, 9.6 A plus for the Kirby collectors. Into Kirby Superstar Waterford Collection, made in Japan, first production copy, 9.2 A plus, pushing up over $1,100 here. I feel like Kirby Superstar used to be more of a grail than it is today. Does that comment resonate? I feel like this used to be one of the just higher up in the SNES echelon than it is now in 2025. The 9.2A plus here pushing to Almost $1,250.
$1,100.
Do you think that Solomon's Key went cheap considering the last sale was a 9.2A for $1,875? Yes. I think most people agree in the chat that Solomon's Key was a deal. I don't follow that game or the price or... You know what I mean? It doesn't like resonate with me, but given the comp at $1,875 for a 9.2A, yeah, 85 plus for that, you're not going to get one. That's the thing. Tecmo, early Tecmo games, mint condition, you're not going to get it. So
Fair warning.
now you actually can get the Metal Gear shirt graded like you joked about for all you clothes wearers. Yeah, it's...
$60.
I had no idea CGC would do this.
$800.
This ends on Tuesday. This is next Tuesday.
$1,000.
We are 3 days away from this shirt selling at Heritage Auctions.
$200.
That's crazy. Lufia 2, 9.2A plus Waterford Collection, Mexico later production. I am shocked that the Waterford Collection, given that they were purchasing games for their kids or whatever it was, I'm shocked that they have a later production copy. I just assumed they would have bought it, at release or whatever. 9.2A plus Lufia 2, still impossibly rare, even if it is like a Mexico one, but pushing its way up to almost $2,000 here. There's a beautiful Lufia 2 that exists now, a made in Japan copy. Is it on the Pop Report? It's either a 9.6 or a 9.8. I don't know if the guy is sending it to auction or what he's going to do with it. But yeah, he created a fucking mint copy.
$800.
Must be the 9.6A plus. Man, February? Maybe it's the 9.6A plus, but yeah, there's a nice copy out there. A nice copy is out there of Lufia 2. Or at least one. 9.2A plus Mexico copy, climbing up to 3,000 still. The looks like the last 9.0A plus plus was 3,250.
Next lot.
So falling a little bit short of that sale. 2,500 on the dot here for Lufia 2. So we did have one, that was what, March? February, did I just say? So second copy coming up just in a little while there, but still selling for $2,500.
$800.
Mario is missing, 9.6A plus. Second print copy out of the game. Adds a little bit of Mario Discovery Series is printed on the box. I think that's the difference there. Pushing its way to $1,000 still.
$850.
Yeah, the Waterford slips. You honestly don't care about Japan or Mexico? Like, I do. I'm a snob. I'm such a snob for first print. I do. I care. Like, I went out of my way early with Super Nintendo games to, like, learn which games are Japan, which are Mexico, which have both. Yeah, I care. I went out of my way.
$300.
I don't know. Nothing I can do, man. I care. I care.
$400.
Battle for second best country in North America. Greg's getting hostile. And down with Mexico. Down with Mexico. Lots were produced simultaneously in that realm. It's not Japan. It's not Japan. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you guys. If it's not Japan, it's not Japan. But how much do I care? Like, let's say Mario RPG big box. I want to buy a copy of Mario RPG. I'm basically not even considering Mexico copies. I'm basically not even considering Mexico copies of Mario RPG for my own collection. I don't know. It just feels bad. I don't know. I know I'm a snob. I know I am. But like, mentally, it's a hard hurdle for me to get over. Mario is missing. The 9.6A plus did climb to $2,125.
Fair warning.
Honestly, like, for such a low-key Mario game, $2,000. Mario's Time Machine, 9.6A plus for $1,062. $3,000. You can get yourself a 9.6A plus pair of them. I'm actually going to say that's not that expensive. I know there's second prints, but like, it's not bad, man. Not too shabby. Mega Man X 8.5A, an actual Japan early production copy of the game. Only 14 actual made in Japans are here. Now, this is made in Japan versus Majesco. Bigger difference, right? This is a bigger difference. Majesco, boo, bad, yuck. The made in Mexicos aren't as bad as assembled in Mexico, the actual Majesco releases, but just want to point that out. You know, made in Mexico, assembled in Mexico, there is a difference. Joanne's. I love sushi. Sushi's probably my favorite food. I got sushi yesterday after the auction. Love sushi, man. That's top tier. Top tier food. Can't wait for all the tariff-induced assembled in Vietnam variants coming up. God. Oh, God. Are the bidders for Mario missing here? You have the same grade, same print copy if someone wants to make a deal.
Next lot.
1,100.
Isn't Made in Japan Mega Man X supposed to go big? I mean, it sold for $2,000. It did sell for $2,000. The last 8.5A plus, I mean, that's all the way back in 2023. Never mind, that's like $4,000. But the 8.5A, I would need to find more comps somewhere else. There's nothing recent here on Heritage. I don't think $2,000 is bad though for an 8.5A. Like the Majesco 9.6A plus sold for $1,375. There just won't be any comps on it. That's it, but it's a good price. Fair enough. I will. What's the word? I will dish my opinion to you SNES guys more so. I don't follow them nearly as much, but it did still outsell the Majesco by a good chunk there.
Fair warning.
8.5A, just being the grade that it is always, you're always going to lose a little bit of the bidding pool. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised to see a 9.4 sell for like $8,000 if the 8.5 is $2,000 type thing. I assume we'd see a really big multiple if we were to go up to 9.294 on this.
Fair warning.
NBA Jam 9.6A, $1,375. Secret of Mana, VGA 90 Super Famicom, Senken Densetsu number 2. Assembled in Mexico means they were paying the workers 2 pesos an hour. Yeah, I think most people think the Solomon's Key was a deal, Jack Nye. I think the Solomon's Key was a deal. I think you asked that. You grabbed the Mega Man X early production, Savada. There we go, dude. So, curious, how much were you willing to push it? Is that cheaper than you were expecting? Were you hoping, like where were you at it, Sviata? You were going to push it to 2,800. All right. I mean, all right. Nice to save yourself $700 there. Nice to come in under your estimates.
Next lot.
Secret of Mana, the Super Famicom version, $1,250. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. It's coming down on price.
$600.
I'm sorry on hating on Majesco. In the variant world, they're still cool. Sid Meier's Civilization 9.6 A++ Japan copy.
$650.
This is the highest graded copy on the Wada Pop report. The first time selling a made in Japan first print. Woof. Civilization pushing its way over $1,000 easy here, setting a new high mark easy. We've had the other copies are freaking like $400 back in February last year. So 9.4 copy. This is going to be an all-time record high here on Civilization by a mile, pushing up over $2,000 here.
Fair warning.
Yeah, the Civilization, it pushed. You guys were saying it was nutty. You guys were saying it was rare. It's pushing. Looking for 2,300 now. Did I win any of my proxies? Not yet. Not yet. Wow, I have a lot more here in the N64 block, I believe. Frick, I can't even remember everything I proxied now. Yeah, I have a few in N64 coming up. I think I have 1 or 2 more Super Nintendo. I haven't won anything yet. This, I had a proxy on Star Fox for $1,000, so I just got blown away on Star Fox. Civilization closed at $2,250. My proxy bids might just end up being shit, Trevor. Right? Like, I was hoping to win this for like $1,000, $1,100. It's at $3,000 freaking dollars. Star Fox is about to set a brand new record for Star Fox. Why? Why? Why is this selling for so much? $3,500 here on Star Fox, the 85+. I thought people hate Star Fox. Only 1 copy on the VGA Pop Report graded higher. Pushing to almost $4,000. This should be a $5,000 game. I mean, it's almost there, hamster. Way too high for Star Fox. Way too high for me, man. Especially 85+, like, too much for me. Too much for me. Almost $4,500. That's nuts. You also thought maybe you could grab it for around $1,200? Yeah, like big box. Star Fox doesn't sell for that much. The comps on Star Fox are not great. Like as far as, you know, like big title SNES games go, first party, whatever you want to call it, like the comps aren't great on Star Fox.
Next lot.
Is it even gonna? Yeah. I need to put in the word. Why? How are there so many? How are there so many things? The last 9.0 was $500. 8.5A, $400. 9.4A plus was $2,000. I mean, that's real, right? That was back in February. $1,800 for a 9.4A plus. Okay. Right? 9.6A, $2,200 last year. It's $4,500. $4,500 for the 85 plus. Come on. Ugh. Super Mario World 9.0 CIB with only an 8.5 box. Almost $3,000. Wow. Not too shabby for a 9.0 Mario World. CIB. Super Mario World 85 plus Player's Choice. Oh, my eyes are drying up here. We've only been sitting here for like an hour and a half. We got so much more to go. We're not even halfway done the auction yet. We're just getting started. My eyes can't be giving out on me already. Pushing its way to almost $3,500. Oh, pushing its way to almost $4,000 here on the Player's Choice. Jeez. I mean, I get it. Like, I get it, given how expensive the original prints are.
Fair warning.
Pushing its way to, yeah, almost $4,000. Jeez.
Next lot.
$750.
$3,500 to the Player's Choice. Yes. Would you rather have a factory sealed Player's Choice or a 9.0 CIB? Only a $750 gap there. I think I would still take the first print CIB, honestly. Player's Choice I just don't care. I just really don't care. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, 8.5A plus, pushing up to about $1,500 right now.
1,300.
Player's Choice is Pooh. This is a super nice Star Wars weekend cartridge. Yeah, I was looking at it too, the 8.5 coming up. It's sitting at $2,000 right now. I'm curious if it's going to pump much higher than that, Hamster. It's like $1,800 on the Star Fox weekend. It's kind of right where they sell around, you know?
Fair warning.
That $2,000, $2,500 mark. I think, isn't it? Nah, we'll see. We'll see when it gets there.
$400.
Yeah, just too freaking much for an 85 plus. I don't want to hear it from you VGA guys. That's too freaking much. Super Metroid 9.6A plus Player's Choice. Yoshi's Island going for $2,000. Yeah, the CIB, like, who wants a Player's Choice, right? Who wants Player's Choice? Come on. Super Metroid 9.6A plus. Yeah, someone asked about this yesterday. There's just not that much there, you know? Like, we can watch Super Metroid, a real copy, sell for like $10,000, I think it was yesterday. $1,750 for the Player's Choice. Super Punch-Out 9.4 A++, made in Japan, but it is ESRB E. The E for everyone, making it a bit later production copy. 9.4 A++ though, beautiful copy of the game, pushing its way to over $2,000. Looking for $2,500. It looks like there was a 9.2 A+ for $2,600. I just want to see what variant that is.
2,600.
9.2 A+, same variant for $2,600 back in May. Last year, geez, this is a year ago, never mind. A year ago, 9.2 A+ for $2,600.
Fair warning.
So the 9.4 A++, same variant water copy, climbing to $4,000 now. There we go. Getting some life here on Super Punch-Out. Getting some life on Super Punch-Out. That's what you like to see.
Fair warning.
What did the 9.6 on eBay go again for the CIB Mario World? I don't remember. Don't remember on that one. You paid $4,000 for an 85 plus Star Fox 3 years ago. There we go. That's what I'm saying, Elysium. That's what I'm saying. Freaking matching the 2022 prices out here on Star Fox.
Next lot.
No deal, Howie. No deal, Howie. Super Punch-Out. Yeah, almost $4,000. Solid, man. Solid. Last Prince Ovals selling alongside Classic Series NES Metroid Punch-Outs and Zeldas. Last Prince Ovals. What did you say about the Oval? Let me see. Oval SMB is just like a Player's Choice. This guy. This freaking guy. This freaking guy. You grabbed the Punch-Out and the Yoshi's Island. Very cool, man. The Punch-Out had some life in it. The Punch-Out had some life in it, pushing to 4,000 there. Beautiful
Fair
copy.
warning.
The Star Fox Weekend cartridge is pushing up to $3,000.
Slot.
Love to see it.
$700.
$3,000 right on the nose for the 8.5. I need to get mine graded at some point.
$800.
I wish CGC's casing for a SNES cart didn't look so shitty. There's just so much air on either side. You know what I mean? It's very not form fitted. It's floating. It looks bad. It looks weird. I don't like it. So I haven't graded my cartridge.
$1,100.
I don't know. Just doesn't look good. Does WATA do Super Nintendo cartridges? Can I send it to WATA? I don't even know if they do. They do, right? I need to send it to WATA at some point. Nah. Super Tiny Toons Buster Busts. 9.8 A plus on this. Made in Japan, early production. Pushing its way to 2,000. WATA Switch is also ugly, I agree. The N64 also CGC looks awful. It just, it sucks when the actual display isn't great. What exactly is Buster busting? Yeah, that's the play the game and find out, right? You got to get in there. You got to find out what he's doing. You got to find out what Buster's doing in there. You got to find out what's busting. Pushing its way at almost $2,300 here. Looks like the last 9.8 A plus was actually in 2023 for $2,000. I assume this is Japan. Yes, it is. Maybe it's the exact same copy. I think it's the same copy. What's the pop report say? Only 5 copies exist. This is the highest. Yep. So same copy, same exact copy, sold April 2023 for $2,000. Right now, it's pushing its way to $3,700 if we get another bid. That's a family channel, damn it. Buster is busting all over the auction block. You'll love to see it. Buster's gonna bust out of the ugly WATA case into a new one. I agree. Oh, Gino, it never ends, dude. It never ends.
Fair warning.
Never ends, Gino. Babs. Yeah, freaking Babs. 3,750. Woof. Yeah, that's like it's a big jump, man. It's a big jump. It's cool to see that Looney Tunes, Tiny Toons, getting some love here on Super Nintendo. 3,750. Almost selling for as much as freaking Super Punch Out there, the 9.4 A++. Wizardry 5. 9.6 A++. No copies on the pop report? $9.6 A++. Is that true? Or is that an old update there? It's pushing over $2,000 right now. Are there really none?
Fair warning. Next lot.
Zero. Pop Zero. Holy shit, man. What's up with these Super Nintendo Pop Zeros? 2,250. Wow. I'm most surprised by how many of these games are still Pop Zero. This X-Men, man, I was hoping I could steal this. I had my proxy bid at like $800, $900. It jumped immediately over 2,000 here. X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, an actual made in Japan copy. An actual made in Japan. These just don't come up. All of the shitty Mexico copies, I thought were going to weigh it down. People might overlook it. No. No, people knew. People saw it. People saw. Quickly pushed its way over $2,000. Oh, yeah, super good cover. Just nostalgic. X-Men, Apocalypse. Like, oof. That's the good stuff, man. That's the good stuff. Some good X-Men right there. $2,000, though?
$1,100.
It's more money than I can spend on it. I don't know if you're saying it's a good deal still, Josh. I don't know, but I felt super good about buying it for $1,000. Really cool game. Really cool. No slips. No slips on X-Men there. At least not as far as I wanted it to be. Game Boy begins now. That'll end the Super Nintendo portion.
Next lot.
$800.
We started off there with Castlevania Adventure, 9.6 A+ for $1,375. Into Belmont's Revenge. What is it? Every time this game sells, it sells for less than it sold for the last time, right? I think Fletch bought the last copy. We saw $2,600, $2,400, $1,000 in February. This copy right now, hey! Belmont's Revenge, pushing over $1,000. The Recovery. Buy the dip. pushing its way up over $1,000. Seriously, we had it in November, August, February. Every 9.48 plus, man, was just going down. It went from frickin' 7,800 down to 1,000 in the span of 2 years. It doesn't even, like Belmont's Revenge is a good fucking game. That's a good game. It's a good cover art. This is a good title. It just got slaughtered on price. Crazy. Yeah, Title bought a copy on PWCC for $60. Just, man, Belmont's has not gotten the respect it deserves. 1,375 this time around. It still isn't, you know what I mean? Bouncing, pressing hard upwards, but it's a cool game, man. It's a cool game. $1,375. Castlevania Legends 8.5A++, the rarest one of the Castlevania games on Game Boy. One of the rarest Game Boy games where it's always been a big-time grail on Game Boy. 8.5A++, yeah, pushing up to $3,000. Also from the Joiner Collection. Evan, are you still in the chat? Do you know what the Joiner Collection is? This looks like it's probably the exact same copy from November 2024. At least it was the exact same grade. Might not be the exact same copy. Sold in November 2024 for $2,625, so held up its price. Held up, $2,700 tonight. Exact same price almost. $100 span, whatever, right? Same price. Contra, The Alien Wars, 9.48+ here. Pushing its way to almost $1,000. And I do want to let you guys know, I just got to remind you guys, the next signature auction is coming up August 22nd to 23rd. You have until July 2nd for the cutoff. There's also PC Video Game Showcase, Ages of Sega, 6th Generation and Beyond, Japanese Showcase, and Nintendo 8 to 64-bit. All coming up later this year. Lots of auctions to look forward to. Videogames@ha.com to reach out. You can talk to a consignment experts. There are referral links in the description. They can help you grade your games, appraise your games. If you want to get into the signature, it's the best of the best. You guys know that. Showcase auctions, though. By all means, if you have some stuff that fits those, reach out, ask about placements. Get yourself in some auctions. And make sure to participate. There's a ton more auctions coming up this year. Huge thanks to Heritage sponsoring, and huge thanks to you guys hanging out again on this fine Saturday. A collector wanted his games recognized under that tagline, so he put it in the description. So is it just like a big collection of games coming from Joiner? Oh, does it have nothing to do? Like, it's not a named collection then, hey? Like, that has nothing to do with CGC. That's just like a heritage recognized.
$1,800.
Donkey Kong Land, 85+, pushing over $2,000. Also, apparently Donkey Kong yesterday, hey, the 85+ went for what, like $15,000? I didn't realize how insane that sale was on Donkey Kong Country. At the time, I did not realize how insane that sale was. Not an official pedigree or named collection. Gotcha. Yeah, $15,000 for the 85+ first print. The last 9.4A+, same exact variant, was $6,000 in February. $6,000 in February for 9.4A+. The 85+ for $15,000. Whew. At the time, I didn't realize. I was like, oh yeah, Donkey Kong Country, that's expensive. That's expensive. You know what I mean? Like, it's a rare game. First print.
$480. $600.
Donkey Kong Land, $2,500 into Double Dragon 2 85+. Yes, yeah, the Donkey Kong Country pricing consistency is wild, Hamster. I do remember we had that crazy copy for like $120K. Donkey Kong Country has some really weird bounces, some really weird sales.
$800. $850.
Welcome in, Killick. Welcome in. You're about halfway into the auction here. We're still burning our way through Nintendo. Then later on, we have the Sega, PS1, some Xbox 360, the Halo Xbox 360, which I put in the thumbnail. Still lots and lots and lots of good stuff to go here. After Game Boy, I think we enter into the N64 block. So don't go anywhere, folks. A lot of Game Boy and Game Boy Color still. As we have Double Dragon 2, the 85+, pushing its way over $1,000.
Next lot.
Seems you won the F-Zero 9.4 for $1,125. You weren't expecting to win it. Was it a good deal? I think it's fine, isn't it?
$1,200.
I think getting F-Zero Black Label for like $1,100 is completely fine. Where the heck is it now? Man, there's a lot of Super Nintendo.
$1,500.
9.4A plus? Nah, I need to look at actual comps. I think it's fine. Chat, you can also offer an opinion.
Fair warning.
Final Fantasy Legend is an actual Squaresoft first print copy. 9.0A, that's why it climbed up to 1,750. Actual Square first print copy. The ones you always see, Final Fantasy Legend 2, 3, you always see Sunsoft. Actual Square print. I'll show you guys on the box. Every time you look at this game, every single one you look at, look down here, look for Square. Every single time you look. Final Fantasy Legends, Legends 2, and Legends 3. If you see this, it's probably too cheap. $1,750 for the 9.0A. Godzilla, 9.6A plus. Speaking of, published by Toho, like I was saying there. Times of Lore, also published by Toho. Pushing up to almost $1,000. Yeah, $2.5 million for the signature so far. Godzilla just juiced. Oh my god, quickly shot up to over $2,000. Looks like it might be the exact same copy. Yeah, highest graded copy, so this is the exact same copy. Sold June 2024 for $2,500. So a few more bids and it matches the last time it came up for auction. Highest graded copy on the census report here for the 9.6A plus Godzilla. Yeah, it was going to get crushed, Hamster.
Next lot.
It was going to get crushed if it juiced up there to 2,100 really quick. Still down a little bit, but that's not bad at all, you know? Kirby Star Stacker, 90 plus. Beautiful copy of Kirby Star Stacker. Wow. Tied with one other copy for the top on the VGA Pop Report out of only 7. Pushing its way to 1,500. This is our highest signature total since November 2022. Wow. Total money amount. Okay, I mean, there we go. Talking about this auction having a lot of juice in it, a lot of good stuff. There we go, man. There we go. Jeez. The highest money amount since November 2022. It's a big-ass auction.
Fair warning.
Wow. Impressive. Yeah, just super rare on those first prints. Even I know that, Josh. I don't know much about Game Boy. I don't know much about variants and stuff, but I always know to look for the squares on these. I always know how to look for the square prints. Pokemon Blue, 9.4A++. Last production copy here. Pushing its way up to $4,000. Yeah, the floor on Pokemon games are just so high now.
Fair warning.
This one has twice as many back in February, but the DFW auction had to have quite a few items, right? Like, if we're going all the way back to November 2022, surely there were other auctions with almost 400 games in it. 350 to 400, you know? Surely. I would think so, anyway.
Fair warning.
Yeah, I guess average game price maybe is the other indicator, but...
Next
yeah, we can figure it out pretty easy. Game Gallery will be on the case. True. Yeah, Game Gallery will have the answer for us. Make sure you post your findings in the Facebook group, Game Gallery. We need the scoop. We need the info. We need the stats. Pokemon Blue, the 9.4A++ for $4,000. Player's Choice Mario Land, 1,156, 9.8A++. Into Superman. Whew. 10 sealed copies of Superman, none graded higher. 95 on Game Boy. We have had a 95 before. November 2023 for $2,300. I think this will sell for more, honestly. $2,300 back in November 2023. Don't make me eat my words, Superman. Come on! Pushing up to $1,875 here. It just seems like the super high end that's doing terrible. The air is thin up there, man. The air is thin up there. It's been thin up there for a long time. Those ultra whales, man. This hobby needs more, like, freaking whales. We need the whales. We whaley need them. Like I said here, Superman pushing past $2,300. Easy. Looking for $3,000 now on Superman. Easy. Yeah, right? All it takes is, I mean, if one... Yeah, terrible is overstating it. I'll agree with that as well. Like, $300,000 is still fine. I wouldn't say terrible. I would say, I mean, you guys saw I had my evidence, my estimates, below my estimates, right? worse than I expected it to be. But yeah, when we talk about that stuff, I mean, 1 or 2 millionaires not bidding, right? 1 or 2 people choosing not to bid. It changes a lot. It changes a lot.
$650.
Superman 2750, and we still have a lot of the really rare NES and stuff. Like, I'm not thinking there's a ton of drops in a lot of that stuff. Like, you know, we see the Contras in the world. Some of the games we see come up quite a bit. There might be some fatigue, but overall, I don't think it's been terrible, but not as strong as I came into it hoping. I came into this signature, especially day one, man. I came in with some high hopes, some high expectations, coming off of the February signature. Could just be economic turmoil, everything going on in the macro. I don't know. Just is what it is.
$1,300.
You think the next 6 months or so, figuring out what tariffs is going to potentially affect things? A little bit of a correction. A lot of stuff is selling low today.
Fair warning.
Is there a lot of stuff selling low? I don't think I've pinged nearly as many things today that are like
$400.
super low or super weak based on quick comps. Just giving a quick scan here for what I remember being, you know, low.
Next lot.
Maybe I just don't have the pricing in my head as well as I do with some of that top stuff, but the Punisher I think was a deal. I remember saying that.
$900.
I don't know. I didn't think a ton of stuff was doing so bad today. Some stuff is low-ish, but I don't think there's any straight-up deals. I mean, I haven't won anything yet. I put in some low bids, man. I haven't won anything yet, so I mean, it's not terrible. Castlevania Adventure 9.68 plus for 1,300 is low. Punisher Prince of Persia cut in half from 2024.
$1,400.
Tecmo Bowl 9.88 plus on Game Boy. Here's pushing Swamp Thing 1,625. How'd Castlevania Adventure do? 9.68 plus here sold for 1,375.
Next lot.
Yeah, I mean, last year, almost 1 year ago to the date, 9.48 plus was 1,500. The year over year on this, 9.68 plus now for 1,400. Year over year, not friendly on Castlevania Adventure either. You are correct on that one. See, I don't know Game Boy pricing nearly as well, so I'll give you that. Investors panic today as prices can be afforded by Get the Greg. Is this the end of capitalism? Yeah. Like, we're back, baby. We're back, Chris. Let it fall. Let it all fall. We can collect again. Like,
$700.
We can collect again. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Fall of the Foot Clan 85 plus for $4,000. Tecmo Bowl went for $1,625. Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, 9.48 plus, pushing its way to almost $1,250 here.
$1,200.
There's always going to be some stuff cutting because you have one less bidder, but overall it's solid. Yeah, it's really tough. A year over year, yeah, you don't want to see stuff dropping still. That's definitely not a good sign. Auction over auction, definitely not great to see some prices cutting. It's super hard. It's super hard. It just depends. Like I was saying with fatigue from games coming up over and over, the market's not super deep. We don't have a lot of super deep competitors. I think we still have more supply coming than new people are entering, right? The hobby isn't growing as fast as supply is coming. There's still a lot of sealed supply out there. Well, there's not a lot of people in here. A combination of both, right? But overall, I don't think it's a panic. I think I just came in with more expectation, especially day one. Mario Land 3, the Wario Land there went
Fair
for
warning.
$1,875. Grand Theft Auto 9.8 A++. What is box bottom misassembled? It's probably like misfolded. You know, the box bottom is like Y folds or whatever. I assume it's missed. I assume they missed one of the folds. I can't see it, but I assume that's the issue. Like a manufacturing defect. If you want to call it a defect, but you know.
$1,500.
Quick Blue! I appreciate you, dude. The front left side. Oh, can you see it?
$1,700.
I can't see it. Looks like a normal Y fold, no? Just looks like, I don't know.
$900.
I can't see it in that picture. It's pushing. It's pushing. 9.8 A++, though, going over $2,000 here. Oh, on Adventure. Sorry, where are you? What are you looking at? What are you looking at here, Supyo? You backed the F up, or it would have 85 plus. Adventure looks moldy.
$2,600.
Which Adventure? Castlevania Adventure? Are you saying Castlevania Adventure has an issue?
$3,000.
What the heck are you saying here? Like right here.
$3,200.
That stuff. Over here too. Yeah, there's something. You might be onto something there.
Fair warning.
It looks like it's around the vent holes.
Next lot.
You might be onto something, Supyo. You might be onto something there. I don't know if it's mold. I don't know if it's what it is, but that looks kind of dirty. $3,750 for Grand Theft Auto, by the way. Whew. Jeez. 16 copies, the one the highest graded on the Pop Report here. Grand Theft Auto for Game Boy Color. Almost $4,000, eh? Zelda DX 85 plus with the holo strip label. Beautiful game. Looks like the last holo strip might have been 2100 back in November 2024.
$2,000.
I think that's a holo strip copy. Let me just make sure here. Because there's holo strip and non-holo strip. Yeah, holo strip back in November 2024 for $2,100. This copy today selling for almost $2,500. Who's saying the market's weak? Who are they? Show me those people. Zelda just sold for more money. We're back, baby. We're back, baby. Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages 95 mint uncirculated. Man, I still think the copy yesterday, the 9.8 A++ foil was a deal. Wasn't it like sub 5K for an absolutely mint foil print? I mean, this non-foil now 95 is only it's sub 2K. Sub 2K now on the like, man, this kind of feels like a deal, no? I get that it's a second print, but like 95 Oracle for 1,600? Woof. That's nice, man. That's nice. It's a nice copy of the game. Pocket Monsters Gold VGA 90 Japanese. You won the 8.5 Castlevania Legends. There we go. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. I'm surprised you don't have one of those, Supyo. I'll be honest. I'm surprised you don't already own like a VGA 90 Castlevania Legends.
Bidding is continuing.
Does mold on the game generally get worse and worse?
$1,200.
It's a debate we've had many times. I think the answer is it could, Brandon. I think the answer is it could get worse. What's up with the seal on this Zelda? It's different on all other comps. Looks sus. What, on this Zelda? Should be what, a vertical overlap?
Fair warning.
Vertical seam? Looks fine. It's going to be a double-ended box. Nah. Should be fine. No issue. It's the same as like Pokemon Red Sandshrew, Pokemon Blue Sandshrew, these double-ended boxes. You can have the vertical seam. I don't think there's any issue there. Should be standard enough. The Pocket Monsters Gold, Japanese copy selling for $1,500 on the 90. Pokemon Gold English $3,000 on the 85 plus.
$900.
And 9.4 A++ silver here, pushing its way to 2,300. Silver has to outsell gold still, right? 9.4 A++. Silver can still sell gold at 3,000. No?
$2,400.
Yeah, I think that Zelda's fine. I don't think there's any issue there. The buyer immediately relisted the Oracle for 7.5K.
Fair warning.
That's funny. That's funny. That Oracle, man, I think it was good. I am shocked to see Pokemon Gold 85 Plus outselling Silver. Silver, for the longest time, man, was pulling a pretty solid premium over Gold. Is it time to purchase a copy of Silver? Is Silver coming down? Interesting to see. Interesting to see. 9.48++ versus 85 plus. I mean, I would call them equal, Trevor. I mean, yeah, you might, like, maybe it's a 9.6. Could be a freaking 9.28++. You'd have to look at it super closely, but I think they're comparable enough. Lugia's always been the premium, Evan. I don't know. Lugia's the man. Lugia's the top chase. Look at the freaking Lugia Neo Genesis Pokemon card, right?
1,200.
Like one of the most expensive Pokemon cards that exists. Ho-Oh is freaking worthless. I don't know. Everyone likes freaking Lugia. Maybe just because of the movie? What is it, Pokemon 2000? Starring Lugia? Maybe that's why. Maybe Lugia just resonates with the kids. I am a very cultured, very sophisticated Ho-Oh enjoyer. But I know I'm in the minority. Resident Evil Guide 9.88+, pushing its way up to almost $2,000 here. The last 9.88+ back in February was $2,250. So last signature auction also had a copy. Ho-Oh was in the first episode of the anime. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm a Ho-Oh enjoyer. You don't got to tell me. Ho-Oh is cooler, Evan. That's yeah, that's good to hear. It's good to hear, man. But Lugia just dominates for whatever reason. And yes, historically, or even maybe if Silver was an 85+, we would be seeing it still sell for more.
Fair warning.
I can't help but feel that Silver now sub $3,000 is just like a great pickup. 9.28++ was $2,000. So I mean, extra 700, you move up to a 9.4. Maybe that's in line. Maybe that sale's actually in line with reality. 9.28+ Wada copy, 2,187. The floor on Silver's coming down a little bit, man. The floor on Silver's coming down a bit. I do believe there are more gold than silver as well. I think so.
Fair warning.
Wario Land 3 VGA 90 there for $1,125 into a 90+ Grape Game Boy Color. A non-holo strip. Remember that one yesterday, the Dandelion 95 was a holo strip version? So this is the non-holo later production copy, but still VGA 90+ of Grape.
Next lot.
In my opinion, Grape is the true Game Boy Color color. That might be a hot take, but Grape is the true color for a Game Boy Color.
Fair warning. Next lot.
1,100.
Entering into N64 with Banjo-Kazooie. Freaking Bimblarb Kablooey. 9.0A on here. It should be an early print, right? With the right-facing rumble pack. The error on the rumble pack.
Fair warning.
9.0A jumped to $2,000 very quickly. I was bidding on this. I was pushing it to around $1,500. You almost unloaded your bag of silvers. Didn't pan out as great as you thought it would be. The floor on silver, like I said, Rick, the price on silver has genuinely come down. $2,000 on Banjo. Maybe I should have just won it, man. I don't know. The last 8.5A plus was $1,750. $2,100 for a 9.0A? I don't know. Like it's probably not a bad price.
$4,000.
I don't know. I don't want to spend $2,000 right now on like fuck, I don't know, Odin. Maybe I should have just won. Daikatana 9.4 A++, by far the highest graded ever sold on Heritage. Rare N64 here. Like notorious rare, right? It's always been pushing its way to over $5,000, looking for $5,500 on Daikatana. Whew.
Fair warning.
You finally won a childhood grail. You won the Wario Land 3 Hiko. Let's go, man. Nice little pickup there on the VGA 90. 1,125. Beautiful copy. VGA 90, man. Those are nice games. Those are nice games. Congrats, Hiko. Very cool. Daikatana, the 9.4 A++ for 5,250. Are there comps on this anywhere? It's been on Heritage before, right?
Fair warning.
Maybe not. Oh, they've sold 3 on Heritage. I'll have to try and find the Heritage comps. Majora's Mask there, 9.4 A++ for 2,187.50. Ken Griffey, 90 uncirculated bundle version.
Fair warning.
Has a sticker over the back UPC. Did this come from like a bundle
Next
with a
lot.
guidebook? I didn't know there was a Griffey bundle. $1,156 there for the VGA 90 uncirculated. I think Daikatana is supposed to be a shitty game, isn't it, Joe? Like the N64 port? I don't think it's supposed to be good. Originally a PC game? I never heard anyone talk about the N64 one. Mario Kart 64, the 80 plus is pushing. Oh my god. The 80 plus. Hey, Hiko!
Great mood, and Lowell.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you win more games, Hiko, if that's how you get. I hope you win more auctions, Hiko. I think this exact copy of Mario 64 sold in 1 year ago. Yeah, May 2024. This exact copy for $3,750. Right now, it just sold for $5,125. Whoo! Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64.
Fair warning.
Mario Party 2, I also did throw a bid at this. I think I bid $1,200, $1,100, hoping to score a 95 a little bit lower, you know, but pushing its way up to $2,000 now. I still need Mario Party 2 as well, but there's so many out there, you know what I mean? There's so many out there. Daikatana's pretty mid sometimes. The cutscenes are really terrible, but so bad it's good. The PC Daikatana comes up pretty often. John Romero's low point. Oof.
Fair warning.
Tough. That's tough. Mario Party 2, man, pushing up to 2,500 here. This is, I'm pretty sure this is passing all recent 9.8 sales, like WADA and CGC. I'm pretty sure the 9.8 A++s were sub 2,000 for a bit there. I think. Am I crazy?
Next lot.
$2,375 for the VGA 95. The new Tetris 9.6 A++, highest graded Tetris they've sold here at Heritage, quickly pushing to $1,500. This Mario Kart terrified me. I did look at this, but for $5,000, I don't like. Look at all this dirt, and I worry that this dirt isn't on top of the seal. Like if it's on top of the seal and you can clean all of this, maybe it's gonna clean up nicely. But I just, given how, I couldn't do it myself. I couldn't do it myself. It just too much dirt. I don't think it's a nice 80 plus myself. So $5,000. It looks under the seal to me, Big Box. My thought was under the seal, but $5,000. It's a lot of money. $1,375 for the new Tetris. Paper Mario 9.6 A++, pushing over $3,000. Let's go, Paper Mario. The last 9.6 A++ was $2,375 back in January. Paper Mario over $3,000. I will scream till I'm blue in the face that Paper Mario on N64 should be a grail, damn it. Beautiful game, nice game, great game.
Fair warning.
Just blow into those vent holes. Yeah, just grab the vacuum. Put the sucker nozzle on, right? And just suck all that dirt out of there. Can 85s and 85 plus have holes in the seal? Yes, but very small ones. You can have very small nicks, very small holes in 85 or 85 plus, yes. Generally, though, it's like a corner poke or something very small. But yes, you can have them. The Paper Mario 9.6 A++ for $3,375. N64 is popping. Big popping on N64, man. Pilot Wings 9.8 A++. Launch title here, pushing its way to almost $3,000. The last 9.8 A++. That's all the way back in 2022. Oof. Do we not have any recent comps on this? Pushing its way to almost $3,000 here, but all the comps it's giving me are all the way back from 2022, which we're almost at $3,000 here. 9.8 A+ in 2022 was $3,600, so we're almost getting there on Pilot Wings. N64 launch title. Paper Mario is your favorite N64 game?
$300,
Great N64 game.
$360.
Paper Mario had some like new old stock years and years and years ago. So it's more common, more available, especially in high grade than some other great N64 games. It's kind of like Mario Party 2, right? If Mario Party 2 didn't have so many beautiful case fresh copies, it's genuinely one of the best N64 games that exists. Mario Party 2 would be expensive as fuck if it didn't have like all these VGA 95s, 98s, all that stuff. Paper Mario is kind of the same way. There's not as much supply of this as there is Mario Party 2, I don't think, but you know, it's held back. Held back by having so much nice supply. Pilot Wing 64, 2,750. Pocket Monsters Snap, 90 plus Japanese version. The last one of this sold for... the VGA 90 sold for 4,500, it looks like. So here's a 90 plus for sub 1,000 now. There's more of these coming too if you do want to own one. Like this Pocket Monster Snap is pretty cool. This is coming up on the weekly auctions. I think there's one at the Japanese showcase. There's a good amount of these coming. So if you want to win one of these 85 plus 90, they are coming up at Heritage Auctions on future auctions. It's a cool item. It's a cool item, but there are a lot of case fresh copies out there. Resident Evil 2 VGA 90 early production copy. Wow. Man, this kind of strikes me as a day one game, honestly. Damn, VGA 90 early print.
Next lot.
I'm going to say only 2,000. I'm going to say only 2,000. VGA 90 early print on this has to be close to the nicest copy that exists, no? There's not that many Resident Evil 2 out there. Damn, it's nice. Snowboard Kids, 9.08 plus early production with the Von Carmen address. It's somewhere on the back of the box there. You have to see Von Carmen for the early print. It's an address change. I didn't even know about this variant until, I don't even know, 2022, 2023. I never knew Snowboard Kids had a variant. Pushing its way to freaking $2,000 too. Rare N64 here, Snowboard Kids.
Fair warning.
It is still down from the comps. Like 9.08 plus here. It sold for less than an 8.0 and an 8.5 from last year. But still, I think 9.08 plus Snowboard Kids for like almost $2,000 isn't so bad. I don't think that's so bad. Tough game to find. Atlas, almost 2,000. Space Station Silicon Valley, 9.28 plus, another really rare N64 game. Only 13 on the pop report, only 2 graded higher. Pushing its way almost $2,500. Oh my gosh, over $2,500. 9.48 plus, which might be the highest graded copy, sold for $7,500 back in February. But all the way back in November 2022, it might be this exact same copy sold for $1,300. So almost twice as much as it sold for back in 2022. N64 in general is just, it's expensive, man. And it sucks that I like N64. Shit's expensive. Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, 9.48 plus here, closing for $2,375. 1080 Snowboarding, 85 plus, first production copy here. This could do something, right? Have we seen really nice copies? Last August, $3,500 is the comp. August 2024, 85 plus copy. I feel like we don't see 1080 that much at all. Snowboard Kids has become a cult classic. Yeah, people love it. People love Snowboard Kids. Freaking Shokla is like our resident snowboard king, or snowboard kid. Guy really loves that game, you know? You'll just win the 90 for cheap. Don't want to pay too much for the extra plus. When it's case fresh and it doesn't really matter, Gary, I agree with you fully.
$400.
Shadows for $2,400. That just sold on Fleabay for $800. I doubt it. I mean, I doubt there was a 9.4 Shadows for $800. These always sell for like $2,000, don't they? Shadows of the Empire. It's always pretty expensive. It's showing me the freaking 9.6 A++ or 9.8 A++ back in February for $32,000, Alma. $32,000 fucking dollars for the 9.8 copy. Like Shadows is always expensive. I don't know. $2,300 makes perfect sense to me. 1080 Snowboarding got its way up to $2,750, so down from last year or last August. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil, VGA 95 on it. Wonder what the VGA pop report is for 1080? Did it say? 22 copies. Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't say how many are on there. There can't be that many, Supyo. Like, there just can't be. 1080 snowboarding was never a super common game.
Warning.
Turok 2, Seeds of Evil,
Next
pushing up to closing at 1,375. Yoshi, there we go. I got outbid on it. My God,
You've
part of
been
me,
outbid.
part of me was thinking I might actually freaking win this thing for $1,000. So I paid what, 2,600 for my 95? 2,600 for my 95. Come on, Yoshi, run, go, Yoshi, go, go, Yoshi. Let's get at least two fucking $1,000, man. Looking for 1,875. Come on, Yoshi.
$1,600.
The last 9.8 A++ WADA copy was $2,400. $2,400 November 2024. Come on, Yoshi.
Fair warning.
One more bid. Yeah, dollar cost average of the Yoshi. I mean, if I can get a copy for $1,000 carts and cardboard, I would literally just DCA. What am I going to sell my 95 Yoshis for? Fuck all. Nothing. I'm going to sell it for less than I could have sold it for yesterday. $1,937.50. It's honestly not bad. It's honestly not bad. Like I said, I think I paid $2,600 for my 95. That feels in line, right? If the CGC 98 is 2,000, like surely the 95 is 2,500, right? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Legend of Zelda Classic Series, a freaking 10.0. Yeah, Greg, for the last 6 months, buying Yoshi was a bad idea. Today, make sure you guys buy Yoshi. Come on, you guys. Big investment game here on Yoshi. Zelda Classic Series and a freaking 10. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy to see. Very nice. Pushing over $2,500.
Fair warning.
That's getting some love. Getting some love. Still going. Someone used their cut bid there. You bought your N64 with Turok 2 new at Fungoland. That's awesome. Never played any of the Turok games myself. They always look super cool, but just like never played them. The people are clamoring for Sega. We're getting there. We're getting there. Over halfway through the auction now. Sega's coming up in like 2 more games. So $2,500 for the Zelda. Pokemon Leaf Green 9.4 A++. I think I threw $1,200 at this. I think. Again, right? Just if it fell low, if I could get it for like a floor price, I was willing to. So far, I don't think I've even come close on any of my proxy bids.
Next lot.
I haven't come close, I don't think, to actually winning anything. Which is a bit underwhelming, disappointing, whatever word you want to use for it. I think I was closest on Banjo-Kazooie. I think I was like $1,300. I mean, it's still off by $800, but... just coming in too low on stuff. Coming in too low. Pokemon Leaf Green closes at $2,000, 9.4 A++. This is also a freaking 10, sorry. 10.0 Mario Advance 4. Wow. Cool to see this in a 10.0 with the bonus level cards. The good variant 10.0 Mario 3 GBA goodness. It's just fucking cool to see. I love seeing more 10.0s come out. I personally am a big fan of the 10.0s. I like that they're using the grade now. I like that they exist more.
$750, $950, $1,100.
Selling for $2,125. I think it is criminal that this undersold the Zelda Classic. I think it is criminal that Mario 3 just undersold the Zelda Classic. $2,500 for the 10 here, $2,100 for the 10 here. 3DS XL 90 Plus closes out Nintendo. I just need to go to the bathroom and grab a drink right before Sega starts here. Give me 1 second. We start off with Rocky. Freaking 9.9 A++ to start off the Sega block here. No one likes Sega Hamster. Let me go drink. Can I get a drink? What Shinobi, Wonder Boy? Keep bidding on this. Keep bidding. I'll be like 1 minute.
Fair warning.
$1,900.
Fair warning. Next lot.
$650. $750. $950. $1,000. $1,100.
Fair warning.
$1,200. $1,300. $1,500. $1,600.
Oh, look at that.
$1,000.
Look at that. We didn't miss anything. We didn't miss anything, hamster. Nothing. Didn't miss a darn thing. Got myself a nice diet root beer here on deck. The Diet A&W root beer on deck. Reloaded, recharged. Didn't miss nothing. Whew. Oh, gosh. My back is killing me, though. I'll tell you that much. My back is cooked. The Rocky, the 9.9A++, this is super incredible. As someone who loves Rocky, like massive Rocky fan,
$1,000.
yeah, it's just really, really cool. I can't justify spending, like, Rocky's underperforming. I don't know what it should sell for. In October 2022, $4,300 for the 9.8A++, but like,
Next lot.
I don't know if Rocky on Sega Master System is anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if this is something.
$1,100.
$2,375. And back in 2022, we also had like the VHS pump. So Rocky as a VHS, I think it sold for, I don't even know, man, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Some of the VHS sales were just nutty. But I don't know if Rocky on Master System is actually like something. Shinobi, 9.0A+.
Fair warning.
Highest graded copy on the WADA February Pop Report. Like, see, I think Shinobi is a much bigger game, a much better franchise, all those things, right? As far as gaming goes. Like, Rocky is a movie first and foremost. I don't know how much the game could actually sell for.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Do people still collect VHS?
$1,000.
I don't know.
$1,000.
I honestly don't know. I think there are still some auctions here and there. Prices are obviously down tremendously, but like, I think there's still a dedicated crowd of people. Shinobi, the 9.8A+ for $1,625. Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, VGA 90. 7 copies on the VGA Pop Report, pushing its weight almost $3,000. Wonder Boy, so far being the most expensive Master System game. You have a few friends who do VHS? People still do? You bought Iron Giant recently for $30 from Canada. This game got a cool remake, really. Wonder Boy 3 is cool. Was it like a Switch remake or something? When the heck did it get a remake? That's cool. VGA 90 here, pushing its way to $3,000. $3,125 on Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap. Man, that's it for Master System. Wow, we had Rocky, Shinobi, and Wonder Boy. 2,300, 1,600, and 3,000. All right, that'll do it for Master System. Welcome to Sega Genesis, everybody. Genesis, I'm most curious here about the Battletoads. There's also Contra Hardcore, Elemental Master. There's a lot of really good Genesis in here, so we'll see if Sega makes a splash. You thought Dragon's Trap was going to push higher? Tell me about it.
Fair warning.
Why should or why could Dragon's Trap push higher? I don't know enough about a lot of these titles. Wonder Boy, I'm vaguely familiar with, but as far as it being like a super grail, why?
Fair warning.
Afterburner 2 kicks off Sega Genesis with a 9.8A+. You didn't bid on Dragon's Trap because you're salty? $1,000 for Afterburner 2. Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, 9.9A++. Wow. Super nice copy of Alex Kidd here. Yeah, getting some love. Jesus, I was going to say. Yes, I remembered there was a copy last February 2024, 9.8A+ for almost $4,000. I remembered that Alex Kidd was much more expensive than I thought it was. as the 9.9 now as well is pushing, looking for $4,500. Just a super expensive Genesis game. Super expensive. Yeah, you gotta buy Alex Kidd. It's taught in schools. Of course. Of course.
Fair warning.
A number of lists have Dragon Treasure as the best Master System game, and it's rare. Interesting.
$320.
Interesting. Yeah, I had no idea. One of the best Master System games, hey? I need to sit down and like play some Master System games at some point. Alex Kidd selling for $4,250. So the 9.9 A++, it did beat the 9.8 A+ sale, but like not by much. Still $4,000 for Alex Kidd. Arnold Palmer Golf $750. Battletoads 90+ clamshell first production. Just a beautiful copy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful copy of Battletoads here. Pushing up over $2,000. The 95 sold last November for $3,200. So this 90+ is already pushing $2,200. I think it's doing pretty good. You already know that stuff like Alex Kidd is being bought by a hardcore Sega hoarder and it'll never appear on the market again. It's basically being deleted. I actually do think that though, Thane. I think the people who buy Sega Genesis for the most part, especially like, I think this with Game Boy as well, where we see a lot of the same NES games, Super Nintendo kind of churning. A lot of this stuff gets bought up and just swallowed into black holes. I believe that fully. Battletoads, the 90+ for $2,125. Yeah, I think the 95 Supyo was cheaper. Like, I think the 95 should have sold for more on Battletoads myself. Cheeky Boys, 85+ here. First time at Heritage Auctions, pushing its way to $600 for whatever fucking reason. For some reason, I own a VGA 90 of this. I don't know. Only 8 copies on the VGA Census. My copy might be the nicest copy on the VGA Census at 90. That might be my copy. Like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I own it. Fuck it. I mean, cheeky boys. Why not, right? Why not? Pushing its way up to $600. I would love to see this push over $1,000, but you wonder what will be available in 5+ years. Can Heritage sustain these auctions? Like, probably.
$550.
Probably. Is Cheeky up to this much CIB now? I thought it was only like $200-300. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I own it. I know nothing about it.
$600.
I bought a copy for like $90 on eBay probably in 2015, and I just kept it ever since. I'm a black hole. You swear you sold a CIB years ago for $200? I'm a black hole collector, Thane. I don't know. I just held on to it. It's only worth like $700. Who cares, you know? Who cares? We'll just throw that in the mom's basement. Cheeky Boys, $700. 85+, first time on Heritage. Pretty rare game. Contra Hardcore, VGA 90. Early production, it has a little sticker over the barcode there, a little corrective. Oh, where is it there? A little sticker on the barcode correcting it. There was a UPC error, so pushing its way here to $1,600. Contra Hardcore. Clamshell first production copy.
Next lot.
$1,500 on Contra and Elemental Master 9.8A renovation, extremely rare. This is like the full set Genesis. You guys know. If you're into Genesis, you know that Elemental Master is rare as heck. Highest graded copy, only 2 are on the pop report. First time at Heritage, pushing its way to $1,000. I also threw a low ball on this. I think I bid $600 or so on Elemental Master. It's only going to $1,000 right now. I think it's still cheap, honestly. Is Fighting Masters a rare Genesis title? I'm going to say not really, but I see that Hamster says yes. Which is Fighting Masters? Is that renovation?
$550. $650. $700. $800.
Yeah, okay. No, it's the game I was thinking of. Traco published. I know nothing about it. I'm going to back out. Okay, Master of Monsters. Is that the renovation title, Hamster?
Fair warning.
Is that the one I'm thinking as well, Master Monsters?
Next
Fatal
lot.
Fury 2, yes, very rare 9.8A plus there. Pushed its way to 1,125. Elemental Masters, only $1,000. I think it's still cheap. I think it's still cheap for what it is. 9.8A, you're just not going to get a factory sealed copy. And the most interesting thing I find with Sega Genesis is we see a lot of the really popular titles on Genesis do really well, but then we have some of this like ultra rare collector Genesis stuff come up, and it's the same as that copy of whatever. What rare Genesis game did I win? It was another renovation title. Frickin' El Viento. El Viento sold for fuck all, right? Elemental Master here for $1,000. These just don't get the same lift. Like, this isn't that much more than a CIB. I think CIB is like $400. Fatal Fury 2, 1,125. Forgotten World, 750. Granada, 9.8A plus Plattsburgh Collection. Beautiful copy. This might be the exact same copy from November 2022 for $3,000.
$440.
Let me just check if that's Plattsburgh. Yes, it is. I'm guessing it's the exact same copy, November 2022 for $2,880. Right now, we're pushing to $500.
Next lot.
Sold for $525. Oh my God. See, Granada is another great example though. Like this, relative to the CIB price, Granada is not getting the love that it otherwise should.
$600 and $700. $750. $800. $850.
Hello, Mada. Hello, Fada.
$900.
It's like $100 CIB. $100 CIB, and you're telling me you can buy like the nicest sealed copy that exists for $500. You know what I mean? It just like some of these really rare renovation collector titles on Genesis, they just don't get the same appreciation. It's very interesting to see. CIB copies aren't hard to find sealed, but there's Pop Zero sealed. Whew. What grade is it, Jack? I would just ask for a lot of money. I would just ask for a lot of money because so much Genesis stuff is like very rare factory sealed that I would just, you know, start high and come down.
$400.
Welcome in, dude. Welcome in. Hellish day at work. Did not get the prototypes.
Fair
Man,
warning.
you did grab the Little Mermaid for the daughter. I really thought you would have won the Batman one. It only sold for what, like $1,200 retro replay? I thought for sure you would have grabbed that one. Maybe would have backed off on the Castlevania at $3,500, but you scare away potential buyers if you list high and it sits. I mean, like, yes, but I would hate to list it for like $400. You know what I mean? Like, I would, okay, I'm saying list high. High to me would be listing it for like $600, $700. You know what I mean? You should have just bought the copy. Chris, you should have just doubled down, man. You should have just doubled down on Elemental Master. You should have just bought this one as well. You bought the 9.8 CIB? Yeah, you guys should have just bought this freaking copy. You guys should have doubled down. Dollar cost average. Like me and the Yoshi story, right? Just keep buying. Support your own market. John Madden Football. Holy frick, man. John Madden Football 93 with the limited edition sticker, pushing its way to over $4,000 on the 9.9A++ copy. Wow. Wow. All the way back in August 2022, a 9.8A++ was $6,000. So, like,
Next lot.
this Madden here, just, that got some love, man. That is purely a grade premium right there. That is a grade premium. You know, the 9.6B+, it was showing comps of like $300. So, fully because of the grade there, it's Madden, sports collectors, Genesis sports collectors especially. But I don't think you should expect an 8.5A+ to do much. Yeah, see, you got to launch the bids on your own market, Protoss, right? That's why I was bidding on Yoshi. You got to get those prices up. We got to bump that. Be the difference you want to see in the world. Yoshi sold for $1,937 thing. Almost $2,000 on Yoshi.
Fair warning.
That made up for your Granada? Jeez. Yeah, like Granada, oh man. You should have just bought it back, Wade. Just buy it. You know what I mean? Just buy it back, frick. Jordan versus Bird, 9.4A+. Early production copy here. Like I said, Genesis Sports Collectors. Jordan versus Bird is also pushing over $2,000. Still going, $2,500. Looking for $3,000. That's the risk, except the fall.
Fair warning.
Jordan versus Bird, 9.4A+. Should be the same variant here. Last February 2024 for $1,700. Right now, it is pushing to $3,200. Woo! Let's go Jordan versus Bird. Looking for $3,500. Sports Collectors coming out in droves here, doubling up on the February 2024 sale.
Fair warning.
No, I didn't even come close to winning Yoshi Oden, but I wasn't going to let it sell for $1,000. The Madden biopic is about to release. I'm actually excited to watch that. Like, whether it affects game prices or not, I'm just excited to watch the, I'm just excited to watch the Madden biopic. Jordan versus Bird closes at $3,250. Yes. Again, right? I feel like I'm a broken record, but the sports collecting narrative, man. I'm just saying. I'm just the NBA action. It's the first Kobe Bryant cover. I'm just saying. Last Battle, 9.8A+. Highest graded copy on the Fed Pop Report. Only 2 on the Pop Report total. Yeah, see, this is where I kind of see Fighting Masters. Like, if it's a high grade copy, you could maybe get $2,000 for it. But at the same time, like, it could, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Genesis titles are so fickle, Jack Nye. $2,250 for Last Battle into Mystic Defender. 9.9A++. Beautiful copy. Wow. Wow. The last 9.6A++ was only $350, eh? In my head, Mystic Defenders was more expensive. But pushing its weight almost $700 here. Almost double the price of the 9.6 back in April. Surely this can push its way to $1,000, eh? For the 9.9? Get some nice grade premium on there.
$700.
Which game is terrible? Oh, Last Battle. Is Last Battle a launch title? That might help explain the $2,200 price tag.
$850, $900.
Mystic Defender, yeah, slowly but surely there. Pushed its way over $1,000. Now we're at $1,200. Now we're at $1,300. So there we go. There we go. Tripling up the 9.6A++ sale. You love to see it, right? Nice little premium for the 9.9A++. Still going, looking for $1,750. Rambo 3 you should bid on. You wish it wasn't a B seal, but it's a Pop 1. Pop 1 on the Rambo 3. So, you know, it is a B seal. You are correct, but
fair warning.
Might be a while before you find a better one, you know?
Next lot.
$190.
$2,125 on Mystic Defender. Over $2,000. Massive premium. NBA Jam Tournament Edition, 9.8A.
320.
No poster included. This pushed its way to $400. I was going to say it's a later print, but I don't actually know. Either way, 9.8A here, looking for $400. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing there as it's sitting at $400, but yeah, even the comps aren't great. 9.8A sold January 2023 for $228. I mean, this one's juicing, man. This almost doubles up the January 2023 sale.
$900.
$400 NBA Jam TE. Is that the lowest copy? Is that the lowest game in the entire signature so far, right? Outrun. Genesis, Sega, absolute classes. First time selling it? Really?
Fair warning.
I thought there was one other copy they sold before. 9.8B on this. Pushing its way to almost $2,000. Yeah, Outrun is like synonymous with Sega Genesis. It's just a Grail type game. Pushing its way. They have sold one before? That's
fair warning.
$1,600. $1,700.
Outrun is still going over $2,000 now. Outrun.
Fair warning.
Outrun. Which I should have put the word Sega in there, hey?
Next
Really
lot.
kind of fudged myself on this one.
$10.
Are we all thinking of the Master System version? Are we crazy?
$30. 100.
Outrun on Genesis. 9.8B just sold for $2,000 on the nose.
$240.
It's not here. It's not here. Maybe not.
Fair warning.
$2,000 for Outrun. I swear to God, Trevor, we'd seen it before, man. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking the same exact thing. I don't see it, though. $2,000 on Outrun into PGA Tour Golf. 9.8A.
Fair warning.
What's going on this weekend? Charles Schwab Challenge, I think. PGA Championship just took place. Big Scotty Scheffler. Ugh. PGA Tour pushing its weight over $400. I don't golf. I don't know how to golf, but I don't mind gambling on golf. That's my association with golf. You had a deal to buy a raw Outrun in 9.B condition for 2K? Well, I mean, it would have been the same price, you know. Would have been the same kind of price. Not bad. PGA Tour Golf, $425 there. Fantasy Star 3, 9.8A++. Woof. No way. This, what? Let me just take a peek here before I say anything. Is there a different copy on this? Okay, it's a Sonic. Jesus, there we go. I was going to say. The comps were showing a copy of Phantasy Star for $26,000. And I was like, there's no way. Man, those quick comps, they'll get you. You can see right there on my screen, it's showing $26,000 back in February for a copy. That's the, Heritage tries to get you sometimes, man. Sometimes they try and get you. 9.8A++ looks like it last sold 2023 for $4,000. Pushing its way to 2,200 right now. Is that Madden 93 LE like a well-known thing? What do you mean, Hiko? Those limited edition stickers on EA games, they don't really mean much. Like, they're part of the earlier production for sports games. But, like, the production on these is very, very high. This one's number 3521. It's probably goes up to 100,000. So it's not like a super rare thing, I don't think. Maybe Wade can, Hamster can share more information, but I don't think these are, like, super incredibly rare to come across with the stickers. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think it is. Yeah, high grade. High grade is where we see the premiums big time, which is why that 9.9 did so much. Phantasy Star 3 goes for $2,250 for the 9.8A++. Rambo 3, the Pop 1, 9.2B. Highest on the Pop Report, closing for just over 1,000 there. 1,062.50 into Rise Star. Whoo, 9.8A++. Only 7 on the Pop Report. Easily the highest graded copy. Sold at Heritage. Rise Star pushing over $2,000. What is this? Is this one of the case fresh copies here, Hamster?
$550.
What were there? 2 cases of Rise Star found recently? Do I have the details correct on that? The guy posted to Reddit, and then he found his way into the community, and then I think you guys found your way to him, something like that. $2,000 for a 9.8A++ Rise Star. Oh, yeah, there, Chris, you're mentioning it as well, yes. I think there were 2 cases. I don't know how they ended up grading out or anything, but $2,000 on the 9.8A++. Road Rash 3, 9.8A++ Electronic Arts, first time at Heritage. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, Road Rash, I mean, aren't all 3 Road Rash games pretty damn hard to find factory sealed? Like, I know Road Rash 3 even is kind of difficult CIB, but I think they're all hard factory sealed, aren't they? $2,125 for Road Rash 3. That's cool. Road Rash is a great franchise. Very nostalgic. My uncle owned one of them. Maybe 2 of them. So we played Road Rash a lot. I don't even remember which one it was that I was playing, but nostalgic franchise, cool game. Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi, 9.6A+. Silhouette title. Only one copy of the... What does Silhouette title tell me here? Early production, late production, only production?
$600.
What are they telling me on this one? It looks like the Shadow Dancer here has a shadow on it. I assume that's what they're telling me. You can see it like... It has a silhouette, I guess. Hamster, progress report. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, the Rystar guy did post on Discord. Yes, he was a long-time Nintendo Age guy. Oh, what the hell was his name now? What the hell was his handle? Long-time Nintendo Age video game sage guy. He's been around forever. Shadow Dancer, $937.50. Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master, 9.8, A++. Early production, first production. Pushing its way to $1,000 right now. The last 9.8 A+ was $937.50, it looks like, back in October 2024. The last 9.8 A++, $960, all the way back in 2023. So the price on this game simply hasn't moved much in the past year. In the past 2 years. Unless those are not first production copies, Hamster. Were those other ones I was quoting later productions? Maybe I'm screwing it up. Made in Japan, printed in USA. Made in Japan, printed in Japan. Gotcha. Yeah, so that was a later production. This one?
Next lot.
$320. $850.
Is this the same one right here? Tube Seam versus RTB? This one.
Fair warning.
$1,000 for Shinobi 3 either way. Bartman, Bart's Nightmare, $1,750 for the 9.8A. Sonic 2 is also a later production copy. A 3-side seam, 9.8A++, pushing its way over $1,000.
Next lot.
Yeah, Sonic 2 is great. I have myself a tube seam copy. Maybe I should have just bought this one here for like $1,200. It might be one of the lowest tube seam. Sorry, I have a third. Oh my god, I can't talk. I'm starting to get fried here. 2.5 hours in. Sonic 3 VGA 90, freaking beautiful, man. Early production clamshell on that is going over $2,000. I was saying I also have a 3-side seam Sonic 2, but I think like $1,200 for this is just cheap, isn't it? The last 9.8A plus was $2,750.
Next lot.
The last 9.8A, or yeah, the last 9.8A plus November was freaking $2,750. Whew. And now you can get yourself a freaking 9.8 A++ for $1,000 on Sonic 2?
Fair warning.
Wow.
$900.
Sonic 3, $2,125. No, that was a 3-side, man. 3-side RTB on this one. $2,750. RTB seemed later production, November 2024. Unless this is just like a big outlier, but geez. I think someone got themselves a really, really nice collection copy here if they decide to keep it, but Sonic Spinball, 9.9 A++, sub 1,000, really, or 1,093. Clamshell early production, that's crazy. The last 9.8 A+ was 1,300 in May. Yesterday? What the fuck? Oh, a year ago, sorry. 1 year ago to the date. 1,375 for the 9.8 A+. I am shocked.
Fair warning.
Shocked, I tell you, that this didn't get a premium. Where's that 9.9 A++ premium? We just saw it on Mystic Defender. Where are the Sonic Spinball fans? Where are the Spinball fans, man? Thunder Force 2, 9.8 A+, pushing its way over $1,000. Genuinely, like I hope Fletch did bid on it, Joe, because that is a great price early production here on Spinball. Like, that is beautiful, man.
$900.
Which one's an outlier? The 2,700. The 2,700 for the Sonic 2? Still too expensive on Spinball. Oh my gosh. Doesn't That's the nicest copy in the world right there, Fletch. Thunder Force 2 is pushing its way almost $1,200 here. The nicest copy in the world, Fletch. Don't you want the CGC 99? Haven't you heard? That's like twice as good as a WATA 98. It's like 3 times as good as a VGA 90, surely, right? It adds a whole nother 9 to the grade. That's 2 9s.
Next lot.
You'll keep waiting, no CGC for you?
$950.
I hear you, man. You bought the spin ball, Jonathan? Hey, cool to see someone else from the chat picked it up. I genuinely think it's a good price for it, but I get it. It's still $1,000. And I also understand not going for CGC. I get it. I get it. I don't know if it's the proper choice, but I get it. Genesis, 75 plus qualified. Pushing its way to almost $2,000 now with Streets of Rage 2 included. This is freaking awesome, man. This is freaking awesome. Only one on the pop report. It's qualified, but like good luck. You know what I mean? It's qualified, but good luck. Pushing its way to almost $3,000 here. You got your upgrade on Thunder Force 2 for $1,200. Yeah, that makes more sense, Trevor, that Sonic 2 sale is not real. The last 9.6 A++ was $1,100, so there you go. You now have a 9.8 A+ for the same price. I don't know which copy you bought, but Thunder Force 2 surely wasn't that bad of a price. $2,750 for the Streets of Rage console. It's just sick. It's just sick. That's cool, man. Like, for a Genesis collection, for a display piece to have a console, like that's sick.
$850.
Doesn't get much better than that. Dark Wizard 9.8 A++, pushing its way to almost $1,200 here.
1,000.
Really late Model 1 Genesis, right before the Model 2 launched. Wow. Yeah, I like the Model 1 Genesis is just so... Model 1 Genesis is sick. It's sick. Like, sure, the Model 2 is probably what most people had. I think it's what we had as well. But, like, Model 1 is just... It's dope, man. Dark Wizard, the 9.8 A++ here, is far more expensive than I knew. It's pushing its way to $2,000. Jesus. Yeah, $2,000 for the 9.8 A++. The person that subbed that is in the Discord right now, the Genesis? Really? They originally subbed it, or they sent it to Heritage?
Fair warning.
$2,000 on Dark Wizard.
1,000.
More expensive than I thought. I don't know what Dark Wizard is on Sega CD, to be honest with you guys. Interesting to see, $2,000. Night Trap, 8.5, or 6.5, sorry. 6.5 B+. $2,000. First production, no rating red box. Only one of 8 first productions on the Wada Pop report. First sealed copy at Heritage. And it's also in the old ass Wada case. It's also inside of the obsolete Wada case. Wow. No sticker on it. It doesn't have the MA17 sticker on it, making it a first production Night Trap.
Next lot.
Very, very, very cool. 2,125. That's neat. I like, for me, Night Trap, the history, what it is, its culture in video games, it is cool, man. I don't know if it's a good investment piece. I don't know anything like that, but Night Trap is freaking cool. Sonic CD 9.6 A++, pushing its way over $1,000 here. Beautiful, beautiful copy of Sonic CD. Yeah, second highest graded copy on the Pop Report out of 25. Super nice copy, pushing its way to $1,300 here. The 9.8 A+ in August, for reference, was $3,000. So here's the 9.6 A++ now, pushing its way to about $1,300. Yeah, 2K is expensive, Thane. I mean, especially for a 6.5 B+. Like, I am surprised it's a $2,000 game, even in, like, pretty bad condition. That surprises me more than anything. But, geez. It's cool. It's cool. 2,000 is far more than I thought it would sell for, but... Yeah, 2018 Wada Slab. Truly a collector's item. A collector's item inside of a collector's item. Sonic CD, $1,312 into Vey, 9.6 A+ on Sega CD. This one I know is expensive. Vey I am familiar with, but Dark Wizard I was not. Vey is working designs, yes. Yes, it is. Highest graded copy out of just 2 on the Pop Report. Joe Kane, was the Dark Wizard yours? What was up with Dark Wizard? Why are you saying you blew it? I think I remember something with you in Dark Wizard, but I don't remember. It's pronounced Vi? Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. It's V-A-Y, man. That's Vay.
1,600.
That's Vay all day. Play Dark Wizard. It's famously silly dope. Is it actually good?
$1,800.
Yeah, Vay is Bay. Like, what do you mean, man? It's V-A-Y. I can read. Like, what do you mean? Pushing its way to $2,500, by the way. The last sale on Vay goes all the way back to the pandemic. April 2021, 9.6 A+, the exact same copy. Sold for $2,160. Right now, it's pushing to $3,500. While we were busy buying Marios and Tecmo Bowls and Tomb Raiders and whatever other garbage, some genius five-head big brain out there was purchasing Sega CD Vay because they knew this was going to be a double up in 4 years. They knew this was the actual investment piece. Looking for $4,000 now. I tell you, man, this guy fucking zagged when we were all zigging. Gotta be careful with that one there. Jeez. Yeah, the rares are up, Alma. $4,500 here. Dark Wizard is amazing, kind of like 4 games in one because you pick a character and watch the story unfold, but gameplay is impacted too. Interesting. Even at this price, you're probably just about breaking even. You're crazy, Trevor. It's going to $5,000. This is big money. This is big money, Trevor. Big money, big money.
Fair warning.
The last 2 copies of this that sold on eBay were both like $200 bins in the past year or two. Oh my God, people giving it away. People absolutely giving it away. That's nuts, man. $4,500.
Fair warning.
$4,500. This puts it up there with like everything.
Next lot.
Right? Like that is Sega CD royalty, man. I knew Vay was expensive, but like, whew. Crazy to see. Great. What did Popful Mail sell for yesterday? The 9.0. Crypt Killer, $275. Dragon Force, 9.0A. Another working design Sega Saturn Grail here. Only 4 copies on the Pop Report. And this one's second highest. Jeez. Popful Mail was 5,200. Okay, Popful Mail still blows it away. I'm getting too excited. I'm getting too excited. Yeah, Popful Mail, Keo Flying Squadron. Surely those ones still beat Vay. But geez, man, that's getting up there. Yeah, Crypt Killer for 275. What is that hamster? Lowest selling item in the auction here? I think this might be a new low mark. I think that might be a low mark at 275 on the 9.8A plus copy. Dragon Force slowly but surely pushing its way up to $1,000. Ends just shy, 875. 1,300. Crypt Killer is $300 CIB. Wow. If only I would have thrown my low balls at Crypt Killer, man. I don't know enough about Sega Saturn to even throw low balls in. I just, you know what I mean? $200 CIB. 875 for Dragon Force. House of the Dead. 9.8A plus. Beautiful copy here. Pushing its way to, what, 1,700? 1,750 on House of the Dead. Magic Knight Ray Earth. We got like all the Sega Saturn grails in here. Jesus. Resident Evil, Mega Man 8, Shining Force 3, Shining in the Holy Ark, Shining Wisdom. All of them are in here. Magic Knight Ray Earth. 9.6A plus. 14 on the Pop Report. Beautiful copy here. Pushing its way to 2,500. October 2023, 9.6A plus plus was $1,800. So there you go, 2,375 today for Ray Earth. Super rare Sega CD, Sega Saturn doesn't seem to be doing that bad, man. These prices seem to be holding up pretty decent over the past couple of years. Mega Man 8, 9.8B. B plus, sorry, 9.8B plus. This is the only one on the Pop Report. And you also get a Mega Man 10th anniversary resin kit model. You also get some kind of resin kit. What do we got here?
$700.
You also get this thing.
$800.
Mega Man looks kind of jacked, I'll be honest, but you do receive this. 1,000 pieces, 50 artist proofs. 1997 exclusively for Capcom Entertainment. All right, you get it for Mega Man's 10th anniversary. Pretty sick item, actually. Pretty sick item. Pushing its way to $2,000 now. Jesus, man.
$1,800.
Only one on the pop report. Mega Man 8.
$2,000.
Anniversary Collector's Edition.
$2,400.
Yes, such a 90s figure on that.
$2,600.
Ray Earth was the final US Sega Saturn game released. I did not know that.
$3,000.
Wow, that's cool. Did not know that. The Afterburner 2 was a steal. You walked away for a bit. What a rare game.
$3,200.
That figure is low-key cooler than the game itself. Why couldn't they include it in the first picture? I almost missed it. But I saw all this text here, and I was like, what the hell's all this? But yes, you do get that figure. So I do want to, make sure I say that.
$3,600.
And this is pushing here. Like, this is pushing to $4,500. I don't know how much the game is worth versus how much that resin figure is worth. Like, that did seem to be an internal-only Capcom employee type thing. So that figure alone probably has value, right? It has to. $4,250 for Mega Man 8 on Sega Saturn. Wow. Wow. Resident Evil 9.6A on Sega Saturn here. Pushing its way over $1,500 easy, making its way to $2,000 pretty easy here. Only 11 on the pop report. Pushing up to $2,000. 9.6A plus back in 2023 did $4,800, hey? 9.8A plus did $4,800 as well in February 2024, so maybe a few more bids here? Nah. Closing at $1,875. 9.6A. Whew. Shining Force 3. 9.8A plus. Yeah, the amount of Sega Saturn, like, these are just bangers, man. Sega Saturn collectors eating good out here. The 9.8A plus here pushing its way over $1,200 on Shining Force 3. The last 9.8A plus, oh, they're showing me a comp from all the way back in 2023. That's weird. But the last 9.8A plus was $1,000 apparently in 2023. So this is, obviously crushing it. We're at $1,750 here. But I feel like we got some, I feel like there's more variance or more comps on Shining Force 3. Pushing its way to $1,875 now. Yeah, the US Xbox collectors are getting crumbs. Is there even an Xbox game in the signature this time? We had Halo yesterday. That's it, right? Yeah, Halo was the only Xbox game to make the signature. Xbox, man. It just ain't it. Xbox just ain't it, man. $1,750 for Shining Force 3. You wish you would have collected sealed Saturn games back in the day. No kidding, man. I feel like sealed Saturn, though, was always kind of relatively expensive. Like, okay, Shining Force 3 is $1,750 now, but I feel like back in 2015, you would have been paying hundreds of dollars for it, Like, the multiple movement on Saturn is a lot lower still than a lot of the Nintendo and stuff. They're still selling strong. They're much more consistent, I would say, without the massive roller coaster. But I don't think the multiples are as high. Shining in the Holy Ark, 9.9A plus. Whew. Pushing its way to $3,000. That's the nicest copy ever offered here, I think. I'm going to assume.
$800.
Pushing its way to $3,500. Sealed Saturn is probably the same price as Sealed Saturn is probably the same price today as it was 10 years ago. That's kind of what I'm saying, right? Like, it was always super expensive. So, I was also interested in some Saturn stuff, some of those super rare CD games, but I could never justify it. I could never justify shooting on Saturn stuff because it was just expensive. Starting to collect for it, like, I would have had to prioritize and like specialize in Sega Saturn because it was just so expensive. $3,750. Your friend has it in 9.8A plus plus. I would ask $3,000 personally. Yeah, I think I would try for $3,000 private sale. You could even go $3,500 maybe, but I don't know if you'll, I don't know if someone will bite.
Fair warning.
I don't know if there are more comps, Joe, but just based off of this right here, I think I would feel fine getting like $3,000 to $3,500. Private sale.
500.
Shining Wisdom,
$1,600,
$1,625. 9.6 A++ there. That closes out Sega Saturn. Hey, here's Hotel Mario. Remember I was saying yesterday I'd probably buy a copy of this game at some point? Just because I like quirky, esoteric Mario games? 9.8 A++ here.
$900.
Pushing over $1,000. I will not be spending $1,000 on Hotel Mario anytime soon, but I might try and buy a shittier copy for like a couple $100. You know what I mean?
Warning.
You feel like Grand Theft Auto at $3,000 was interesting, considering you get the PS1 version for like 5 to 6K? Do you mean the Game Boy Color version, John Goodman?
$650. $700. $800.
Hotel Mario's $300 raw, really? Selling for $1,100 there? Jeez. Here's Wand of Gamelon. Like I said, we had Link Faces of Evil yesterday. I was surprised they didn't just pair Wand of Gamelon with it. You know, like have the pair of them, but whatever, is what it is. Wand of Gamelon pushing its way to almost $2,000. Like I said yesterday as well, these always do extremely well on Heritage auctions. They just sell super, super strong on Heritage auctions. I don't know if it's because you get like global bidders or I don't know. They just sell stronger here than they ever have on eBay. $1,812 for Wand of Gamelon in the 90. Not too shabby. Air Zonk into TurboGrafx 16. A little bit of TurboGrafx, and then we move into PlayStation. Almost at PS1, you guys. Feels like it makes way more sense to get the PS1 copy. I agree with you. Like, I think that Grand Theft Auto for, what was it, like $3,600 or something, $3,000? I do think it's expensive as well, but I think it's like the Pop 1, only 9.8 A++, so if you are a Grand Theft Auto collector who already has a PS1 copy, you know what I mean? You might have people fighting over it who are really big GTA collectors in general who want to get the Game Boy Color copy, and it just doesn't exist. So not a price I would ever recommend paying or anything, but like it's cool. It's cool, man. 9.8 A++. Air Zonk pushed its way to what? $1,200, $1,250 on the 9.4 A+. Bonk's Revenge 9.4 A++ as well. Air Zonk should be 2K. I wish I knew more. Holy hell, Hotel Mario. Is that expensive or cheap on Hotel Mario? I don't know. $1,100 doesn't feel crazy. Doesn't feel insane. A little bit of a premium there for the 9.8 A++. Someone else said raw copies of this are like $200-300, so yeah, should be fine. No. Bonk's Revenge $500. Kadash 85+. The last VGA 85 of Kadash sold for $450. So the 85+ here, it's doubling it up almost. Looking for $875. Kadash is such a good game. You've never seen one on Genesis? Yeah, Kadash is really, really good. I think I sold my CIB copy for Mission Mario Hamster. I think I sold my copy of Kadash. Maybe I should have kept it. It's a really cool game. Man, I don't know. That FF7 has a crack, bottom right corner. Does it?
$340. $300, $400, $400, $500, $600, $650.
You think right here?
$700. $750, $800, $850.
Is it a crack or is it a rip?
$900, $1,000.
Is it a crack or is it a rip? $1,000 of question there. Is it a crack or is it a rip? It's a crack. That's a rip. Great. It's a crack and a rip. Both.
1,000.
It says in the description.
$2,000.
Tiny couple seal twerk. It doesn't say it's cracked.
$3,200.
The factory sealed example's in terrific condition with only a couple of tiny seal tweaks on the back. Yeah, seal twerks. It's got a couple of twerks on the back.
$3,800.
Yeah, just a couple of tiny seal twerks. Like, I do have a bid on it. I have a bid on it. I have a proxy on there. I didn't think it was cracked, personally. Kadash went for $875. Holy shit.
Fair warning.
Exile, the Wicked Phenomenon, 9.4 A+, first time at Heritage, is pushing up over $5,000. Pushing up over $5,000. Exile, Wicked Phenomenon, embossed foil U card.
Fair warning. Next lot.
What is it?
$220.
What is this? What are this? Super CD-ROM action RPG game. It's for the Super CD-ROM. Working designs. $5,375. Wow.
$750.
Parasol Stars, 8.5 A+. First time at Heritage as well. Only 2 copies on the Wada Pop report. You guys are saying this is hella rare as well, pushing its way over $1,000. Why did you think no one would go for Exile? How much were you going to buy it for?
Fair warning.
Sup, yo, like how much were you going to push?
$900. $950.
If you compare the Legaia and FF7, you will see the case is cracked because it has fractured texture.
$1,000. $1,100.
Legaia. Well, hopefully I bid low enough, Monty. Are you on your account, Monty? Maybe you should take my maybe you should clear my bid.
$1,400.
Like, oh no. I think my bid is low enough where it doesn't matter if I were to win it. But I don't know. I thought it was a rip. I was playing unless you're playing 4D chess out here, Monty, and you're trying to scare everyone off. Are you trying to scare everyone off, Monty? Is this 4D chess? I'm not falling for it, man. Parasol Stars pushing its way to almost $2,000 because that is a thousands and thousands of dollars there, right? Is it a crack or is it a rip? That is worth thousands. This 85 could turn into like a 9.6, 9.8. This 85 could be a 9.0.
$280.
That is it a crack is genuinely worth thousands.
$300.
I don't know. I thought it was a rip.
$360. $420.
Parasol Stars going for $1,937.50. VA Steel. TurboGrafx CD here, 8.5 A+.
$550.
Yeah, if you're on your account, Monty, clear my bid. I guess I got to be scared too. I got to play scared. Clear off my bid. I just don't know. I don't know.
$750. $800.
VA Steel here moving its way to almost $1,000. Jeez.
$850.
Yeah, Parasol Stars, $1,937. You expected this Exile to sell for $1,000.
$1,100.
$5,300. Wow. I was only bidding like 2,500 replay retro. I wasn't going to pump it because I genuinely don't know. So even at 2,500, it's probably safe. Like I'm probably just being a bitch. But how much do I want to gamble? You know what I mean? How much money do I want to gamble? I don't know.
Fair warning.
If it's not a crack, this is money. Well, I guess we'll see what it sells for. Maybe other people are going to be shooting the same thing. It's sitting at 1,600 right now, but VA Steel, $1,375 into Diablo, 9.8A. Super cool to see. Super cool to see a Diablo come up. The last 9.8A plus was November 2024 for $3,000. A lot of value there. An 85 sold on eBay just last month. Yeah, I believe so. There were some 9.8A plus copies on eBay not long ago too. If you're talking about the Final Fantasy John Goodman.
Fair warning.
Sega's very strong and stable. Yeah, Sega looked great. Out of everything we saw at the signature, I think Sega looked great. And there we go. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I was just being a bitch. Yeah, pushed its way to $4,000 immediately. No hesitation.
$3,400.
I think the big thing, Monty and everyone on this, is people aren't going to think it's a crack. I still don't know if it's a crack. Because like I said, my lean was that is not a crack. Right? My lean right here is that it's some cellophane peeled over. It's just cellophane peeled over. A little bit of a hole back here was my thought. But I don't know. It's an 85 for a reason. You know what I mean? It's an 85 for a reason. So there could be a small hairline crack. There could be small hairline holes, right? Holes and nicks. This is why we love VGA, right? We love VGA because you don't fucking know what's wrong with it. That's why it's so awesome. It could be sun fading. It could be a crack. Like, oh, where's the damage? Like, oh, it's great. There could be mold in there. I don't know. Where's a VGA grading? You know, it's like a Where's Waldo. Anything under 85 plus, you just don't know. You don't know. That's half the fun. I love VGA. Pushing its way over $5,000 here. Yeah, you got those sealed twerks. I agree. There's sealed twerks on the back. They didn't say it's a crack.
Next lot.
But that doesn't mean it's not a crack. To be fair, Elysium. You know what I mean? Just because they didn't label the crack doesn't mean it's not a crack.
Fair warning.
The seal was tweaking, and if there's a crack, the buyer will be tweaking as well. It sold for $5,000, so like that's not cheap. That's not cheap at all. That's a gamble right there. That's a gamble right there. Final Fantasy VIII 9.9 A++ UPC punch. Oh my god. $5,000 for a UPC punch Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, that's cheap. That's cheap. My gosh. Wow. You'd think a 9.9 could push like $8,000 or so, but hey, I mean, $4,750, not bad, not bad. You love to see it. FF8, you know, it'll age like fine wine. It'll keep going up. Final Fantasy IX 9.8 A+.
Fair warning.
If you zoom in all the way, I can tell you what it is. It is a hole in the seal and the seal flap to the left. That is exactly what I think it is, Elysium. That is exactly what I think it is. My vote was on a rip. And you turned it into a 9.8A. Or a 9.8A+ if they're feeling good.
Fair warning.
If it's a crack, you are shafted. Legend of Legaia, VGA 95, beautiful freaking copy for $2,000 there. Final Fantasy IX went for $1,625. Final Fantasy VIII, yeah, $4,750. Like, jokes aside, that is freaking high, man. That is high for Final Fantasy VIII. For a UPC copy? Marvel Superheroes, 9.6A+. Super freaking cool. Pushing its way to $2,000. 9.6A+ copy. I need to buy a copy of this someday. Now it's almost at $3,000. Jesus, man. The last 9.4A++ was $1,600 in February. This is now at $3,500. 9.6A+. This is kind of juicing, man. This is kind of juicing, man. Marvel Superheroes getting up to $4,000 now. This is kind of juicing. Now, I didn't get this game myself. This is another Jeremy game. This is another Jeremy game. My only credit is that I told him to buy it. Okay? I told him to buy it. So it is thanks to me that he is about to cash out nearly $5,000 fucking dollars on this. Okay? It's what I do.
Next lot.
It's what I do. It's what I do for this community. $4,500 on Marvel Superheroes. It's crazy. That is a big sale, man.
Fair warning.
Metal Gear Solid 9.8A++, pushing its way to $3,500. The last 9.8A++ was apparently $2,000. What? Huh? Man, why are some of these PS1 titles freaking exploding here? Like, this is a massive sale on 9.6. This is freaking massive on Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VII did well at $5,000. What is going on here with PS1? Metal Gear Solid, $3,250. Silent Hill, 9.8A+. This is a non-foil later production copy, pushing its way to $2,000 here. Looks like the last 9.6A+ was $1,750, so... Xbox 360 so high makes you feel so old. I mean, in my opinion, this is the 360 to own, the Halo 3 Special Edition. Like, this is the 360 console. The box looks fucking amazing. Like, sitting at $3,750 right now, but
$800.
Final Fantasy, or sorry, Silent Hill, 1875. Yeah, Silent Hill's not doing so hot. I think me and Henry were talking about this on the buy, sell, hold on one of the episodes. Silent Hill ain't doing so hot. 1875. I know it's a non-foil, but still, 9.88 plus. Continuing to show some weakness there on Silent Hill. Twisted Metal 2, 9.4A. Black Label Twisted Metal 2s have been very hard to find for a long time here, pushing its way over $1,000. This is your Twisted Metal. It was an 85 plus cross. Oh my god. Don't say that too loud. Don't say that too loud. You'll make VGA angry.
$1,400.
Fair warning.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure that Final Fantasy VII, they're gonna cross it. Someone's gonna cross that Final Fantasy VII. There's zero doubt about it. So we're gonna see it pop up on the pop report, right? Give it a few weeks, we'll see a new Final Fantasy VII realistic violence pop up. It's either gonna be 9.0 cracking case or it's gonna be 9.8A. Just, you know what I mean? We're gonna see it. We'll see it pop up.
Next
Twisted Metal 2, the 9.4A, getting some love though. Like Hamster, that still got some love, man. 1,750 on the 9.4A. This is a game I would love to own, and I'm not paying $2,000 for Twisted Metal 2. I just can't do it. Like, there's just, you know what I mean? That's just frick. Not even the nicest grade in the world, 9.4A. You paid $3K for it as an 85 plus? That could have been worse.
Fair warning.
I think it could have been worse. Like, obviously, that's not good, but it could have been worse. Valkyrie Profile, VGA 90. Big NX RPG on PS1. Always been a grail. The last 90 is comping July 2024 for $3,000. Come on, Profile. Get some love on there. Looking for 1,600, looking for 1,700. At least a few more bids, right? Come on, Valkyrie Profile. Big PS1 grail. The Halo 3 console's beautiful. The guy bought it, put it in the closet, and never touched it. Yeah, I saw 85 plus. Like, I think you'd be hard pressed to ever find one in nicer condition. These big boxes, all of these big box items, like getting them in VGA 90 and above is damn near impossible. So, I'm like the launch console here, which is a freaking 90, is insanity. It's insanity. Valkyrie Profile, $1,750. So, selling for $3,000 last year, $1,750 now this year. I don't know. Valkyrie Profile to me has always been like overrated, but I've never played it, so I don't know. But it's always been so freaking expensive that I'm like, who cares? $1,750, still expensive. Xenogears 9.8A plus, pushing its way. The last 9.8A plus, if it's correct, was only $700 and some dollars. But 9.8A plus is always like $1,000. That's just always where it always sits, isn't it? It's $1,000 game. It's been $1,000 game forever. 9.8A, $1,000. 9.8A plus, 15. Maybe a bit more than 1,000. The launch model Xbox 360. The launch model 360 VGA 90. Highest graded out of only 2 on the pop report. Stupid high grade, like I was saying. You'd like the launch console more. Yeah, it's super interesting. The launch console versus the Halo 3 console. The launch one pushing its way up here. $4,000 now. Yeah, don't say that out loud, Evan. It just hurts. It hurts that the 360 is 20 years old. That hurts. That is like I don't consider myself old, but then you say stuff like that and it's like, oh my god.
$4,200. $4,400.
Pushing its way now over $5,000. Super freaking cool, man.
$800.
Yeah, it's crazy that this is like the console of my generation. Like frick, I was 12 years old when a 360 came out. A baby. An absolute baby hopping on freaking Modern Warfare 2. Hopping on Modern Warfare 2 to throw racial slurs at people. The good old days.
$6,000.
Pushing up to $7,500 now. Getting love. getting love.
6,500.
Will we see these go to $10,000?
$7,000.
You were playing Modern Warfare 2 and Halo Reach in the 6th grade? I mean, yeah. Like, pretty much. You must be very damn close to me in age, Evan. I'm turning 32 this summer. We've got to be damn close, man. Pushing up to 9,000. One more bid and we're at the $10,000 mark. There we go. Still going. Still juicing. Still juicing. Wow. You had 360 on launch. You love your parents? I don't think we did. My older brother bought one. I don't think we bought it at launch, though. Oh, we might have. We were big into gaming, man. He might have bought one at launch. He would have been 14. Maybe. $10,000 on the nose. $10,000. Whew. That's cool, man. It's just cool. That is cool. The Halo 3 85 plus. My estimate on this was somewhere around like 7,000. Now that we saw this sell for 10,000, maybe we're going to see this get even more love. Looking for $5,000 on it right now. Slow bidding right now. Slow bidding, but we'll see.
$600.
You missed putting a towel on so the red ring of death goes away? Yes, we did that as well. We did all the red ring fixes, all that stuff. You're 27. Okay, I got a little bit of a gap on you. A little bit of a gap on you, Evan. But we're basically the same generation. Summer vacation 2008, every day hanging out with your best bro in the sun all day, pizza, Coke, and Fallout 3 all night. My God, take me back. Halo 3, pushing. Looking for 7,500 now. There we go. Now we're into the big boy bids. Once you hit that $5,000 mark, you start climbing. $500 every bid on from now on out. Looking for 8,000 on it. And it only cost another 10,000 in shipping. Won't be cheap. Launch is much cooler than Halo. Oh, you guys are nuts. You guys are nuts in my opinion. I think you guys are crazy. It cost you $300 to ship it to Heritage double boxed. I think this Halo 3 it's just so quintessentially Xbox 360. Oh my God, it's hot. It's so quintessential Xbox 360 generation that it's just like, you know? But, end of the day, man, the launch console in the 90, $10,000. The Halo 3, $8,125. So there you have it. I mean, if the Halo console was a 90, maybe it outsells, but these are the two best ones that exist as far as I know, and there you go. The launch console, $10,000, Halo 8,100. You launch console guys. The launch console wins the day. The launch man, I wish YouTube had predictions. I wish we had frickin' predictions.
Fair warning.
That would have been a great Twitch prediction to be running. You know what I mean? Why doesn't YouTube have predictions yet? Why does YouTube live stream suck so much ass?
Fair warning.
What can I do here? What can I engage? A poll? A poll doesn't matter if there's no credits and stuff. You need the stakes, Odin. If we don't have channel points, if we don't have winners and losers, like you need those stakes. You know what I mean? Who cares about a poll without stakes? Nah. Doesn't Ludwig's team have the plugin thing? Should I grab it? What's it called? Is that what I need to download? Ludwig isn't even on YouTube anymore. He bailed as soon as his contract was up. He knows YouTube sucks.
1,000.
We got more art to close out here. $906 for more Steven Peringer art. This is also Steven Peringer NES System Circuitry Group Lot of Original Production Color, Ad Art, and Sketches. Pushing up to $2,000. Now, Steven Peringer was the artist yesterday from the N64 one. With the Mario throwing Bowser. Same artist here with a bunch of these picked pieces. Oh, is this cover art? Yeah, video game box art. Oh my God, there's some good pieces in here. Gee, I can't believe these weren't yesterday. Whew. Yeah, Kickle Cubicle, the advertisement there. If this is the original box art, isn't that just insanity? The original Gun Force box art. Yeah, shoot. 30 by 25. It's huge. Image is 25 by 19 and the frame is 30 by 25.
Fair
Yeah,
warning.
big piece. You also get a preliminary with it in there.
$2,400.
All framed up. Yeah, this could do something. That could do something. The system circuitry one here is pushing up to $3,000.
Next lot.
Oh, is Ludwig still on YouTube? I know he's back on Twitch. Maybe he multi-streams now. He's off contract, so he's probably just multi-streaming, but as soon as the contract was up, his Twitch stream went back up, make no mistake.
Fair warning.
Yeah, 85 is great on console, 100%. 85 is great on any big box, and 85 is good. It's just so hard to keep those video game box art already is worth the most money, John Goodman. Like, actual good pieces of video game box art are already hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some of the really, really big pieces are probably already like 500,000 to $1 million. It absolutely follows the same kind of trajectory or pacing as comic book art, 100%. The Final Fantasy Legend one here, $3,500. Kickle Cubicle, the advertisement art, pushing its way to $3,000. Yeah, after you guys talked about how great Kickle Cubicle is, I'm not surprised to see the original ad art pushing its way to $3,000 as well. Yeah, he's on Mixer. Go catch Ludwig on Mixer. My God. What, Mixer lasted like 6 months? I think they gave Shroud like a few $1 million to show up for a few months. Was it XQC and Shroud that Mixer paid? Oh my God, that was a mess.
$2,800.
When am I going to Kick? Kick's great, man. Ninja, not XQC. XQC is on Kick. Was it 50 mil? Oh my God.
Next lot.
That is insanity, man. That's insanity. Yeah, Kick threw the bag at people, man. Kick through the bag at people like Aiden Ross, XQC. Whew. I don't know how much they got paid, but wasn't XQC like almost $100 million fucking dollars or something? It was nuts, dude. Here is the Gun Force box art, pushing its way to almost 10,000 here. Oh yeah, Kick is owned by the guy who owns Stake. Make no mistake, it's Eddie. It's Big Eddie, the Australian. The owner of Stake. He's like 35 or some shit. Pretty chill guy. Infinite money over there. I know too much about Stake and Kick because I unironically watch Trainwreck's TV a lot. Like, if Train is gambling, I have him on the side stream. So I know like too much about Kick and Stake and Eddie and... Gun Force original box art pushing its way to almost 10,000.
Fair warning.
Pushing its way over 10,000. Like I said, these original box arts always sell for so much. They just do. I don't think we've ever seen a huge, like a mainstay mega box art John Goodman come up for auction. We had some on Signature. We had some on we had some at the Signature auction, some original box arts that went for like 40, 60,000, I think, somewhere in there. But they weren't like marquee titles, you know what I mean? They were good games. Like I think Gex went for 90, no, not 90, 50,000 maybe on Gex. Yeah, it's all private collectors and they all transact privately. So even this Gun Force one here, right? Like this is a Super Nintendo original box art. This is impossible. $10,625. You could honestly argue that this is a deal. But yeah, some of the other box arts we've had were like $20, $30, $40, $50,000. This right here is King's Quest Collection, computer game original box art, Sierra 1995. King's Quest original box art there, pushing its way to $10,000 as well. The most notable one you guys had was Prince of Persia, right? Prince of Persia. Frick, I forgot about that one. And Bionic Commando. Was the Prince of Persia was what, like 80,000? That one did really well if I remember. And I think people were still saying it went cheap.
Fair warning.
Those art collectors, man, I tell you. You love Trainwrecks. He only watches YouTube, which is he seems to have stopped. Train hasn't been live for like 3 months, dude. Train hasn't been live for 3 months, but don't. Big Box. Train is back on June 1st, baby. We got Counter-Strike case openings. We're going back to the casino June 1st. I hope to see you there. That's so funny that you watch Train as well. I don't know what it is, man. Just having slots, like having him just rolling slots on the side screen, it's just freaking great. It is freaking great background noise. Yeah, the King's Quest is super cool. Like, they just are cool. We have the unused variant of the cover coming up at the PC showcase for King's Quest. What'd that close at there? I was freaking talking about train wrecks. The King's Quest closed at like 10,000? Right near there? Can I find it quick here? Yeah, $10,000 right on the mark. $10,000. Yeah, you're super late falling. Super late. End of the auction, my guy. You showed up just at the end there for the Gun Force. Let me find the Prince of Persia comp quick. That Prince of Persia was, I think it was the most expensive one, wasn't it? Yo, Hamster dude.
2 up.
Hamster, the best tipper this side of the county, man. Holy shoot, dude. Another 100. That's crazy, man. Sure, like, I know we meme around and stuff, but like, truly, that is crazy, Hamster. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad your stuff. I hope you're happy with most of your results that you had. Obviously, you had a lot of items in this auction. Some big ones on day 1, some big ones on day 2. I hope you're happy overall. I appreciate you hanging out. It's huge. Thank you. $63,000 for the Prince of Persia one. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. So some of the big box arts are... Oh my god. Big box! It's gonna be doing the frickin' notifications for the next 10 minutes. Everyone in chat is now a member. Everybody's a member. You watch for the Counter-Strike openings? That's so funny. I don't even care about the Counter-Strike. Like, I don't care at all about the CS openings. I watch purely for the slots. That's so funny. And the Counter-Strike is purely just casino waiting room. I can't even shout out this many new gifted. Holy shit, man. 50 gifted is nuts. Supyo, you did not get gifted. Supyo, you did not get gifted. That is crazy, man. I'm watching them come in. Like, you are not getting hits up, yo. Mr. Rightway just got one. You didn't get hit. The sniper missed. Absolutely missed. That's crazy, Supyo. Literally everyone got one. That is crazy, man. No way. No way, Supyo. Never lucky. Never lucky. Yeah, Mr. Rightway, welcome in, dude. Snipes a gifted. Alma, no gifted either. Replay Retro, no gifted. That's crazy. You guys are sitting here for the whole freaking auction and you don't get sniped. I tell you. How do you get a gifted? RNG. It's pure RNG, Jack. Someone gives a gifted, it's just RNG who it goes to. The roulette wheel spins. 50 gifted just landed, you didn't get sniped. Oh, how do you gift them? One of these buttons at the bottom? I don't know how you gift. Maybe there's a little button on the side. I don't know what you guys see. I see the creator side. You know what I mean? I don't know what it actually looks like as a chatter. Click the money button. Super sticker, super chat. Yeah, I don't see the same. That's what I see. I see chat and stickers. Hilarious. Hilarious. Thank you, Big Box Gift Shop. Jesus Christ, dude. That's great. It's great. Great support for the channel, you guys. Greatly appreciated. It's a hell of a weekend. Hell of a marathon. 3.5 hours today. I'll be honest. 3.5 hours today? I had scheduled out 4.5. I thought we were going to be here longer. This was a breeze. This was quick. I still have most of my voice. I still got most of my voice here. I thought we had another hour in store. I'm going to be able to catch the Dallas. Or no, it's not Dallas tonight, is it? It's frickin' Florida and Carolina, isn't it? Ugh. I think it's Florida, Carolina. It is. Gross. Don't care. Not interested. Maybe I'll tune into OKC, Minnesota. It is long, Suppy. It is. Like 3.5 hours is long. Don't get me wrong, but I thought it was going to be 4.5. The birds haven't even started chirping yet in Norway? Yeah, it's not even early then. Not even late yet then. Frick, man. What an auction. So I don't know. Like, day one, yes, I was underwhelmed by some of the ultra high-end stuff. No doubt, right? Day one, I was underwhelmed by some of the ultra high-end, the Zelda TM, $300,000. Pokemon did well. Pokemon did well. The 9.88++. Mario 3 I thought would have a bit more juice. The Pokemon Red, 93,000. Jack Nye! Thank you, my guy. Thank you. Pyro Eclipse, 4 months a member. Oh, there's good perks in there. Real good perks in there, Pyro. Real good perks. You're going to enjoy it a lot. Being a Greg Gang member, also some real good perks in there. But overall, just like I don't think day 2 was that bad. I feel like as we go through, it's always tough. Some of the niche NES stuff, some of the stuff we see come up at every single signature over and over and over again. I think the market genuinely is too thin to keep supporting 9.4s, 9.6s of even of great games like Chrono or Contra. When we keep having 9.2s, 9.4s, 9.6s, I think there just aren't enough participants. I don't think it's so much a saying that like, oh, games are bad or anything, but like, yeah, we saw a lot of stuff with 2022 prices here. We had some comps, especially Sega. Sega seemed to be booming, honestly. Very strong across Sega. A lot of things comping lower from last year. A lot of things where we were price checking, right? Even this Mighty Final Fight, it came up at the signature. This is a great example again. At the last signature auction in February, I think it was a 9.4 for 5,000, which, okay, this is a 9.8, right? It should blow away the price of a 9.4. But how many people are coming for Mighty Final Fight every single time it's going to come up for auction? I think it's low as well, right? I think it's low as well. Compared to the 9.4 sale, though, like it did beat it, but... And then, yeah, day 2, I mean, there's a lot of stuff up, a lot of stuff down type thing. No part of me is going to leave this auction thinking like, oh, games are booming, games are up. Nothing like that. That's not my takeaway. You know, after 8 hours of watching auctions here over the past 2 days, no, I don't think the market is necessarily doing better. But I don't think we're necessarily, like, I don't think there's cause for alarm either way. Is kind of my takeaway. It's like, all right, this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. Think about what you're buying. Think about comps. Look at comps. Don't have FOMO, I would say. Even for a lot of the really good stuff, right? I guess is what I would say is don't have FOMO. Know when to FOMO. Because even 9.2s and 9.4s of some of these really popular games keep coming up. Now, does that mean they're going to keep coming up? I don't know. Right? I don't know. But especially if you're like really pushing for a 9.2, you might want to hold out for a 9.4. If you're really pushing for a 9.4, you might want to see if a 9.6 comes up. I think this helps Mission Mario, to be honest. I think the results of this auction help me. No Conker's Bad Fur Days. No Conker's Bad Fur Days this time around. Yeah, I think this auction helps Mission Mario because the only real comp we had on Mario... Where is it here? The 9.4B Plus. Right here. Sold for $8,750. $8,750 on the Mission Mario. 9.4B Plus. So I was really worried this was going to break above 10,000. Hey, it doesn't matter if I'm going to comp it's up, yo, right? I never would. But there's people in the market. There's people who look at Marios and stuff. There's people who look at stuff. It's like, hey, 9.4 sub 10,000? All right. Alrighty. There's a good comp to have exist there if I want to come in cheaper on the market, is what I'll say. If that would have went above 10,000, would have hurt. Yeah. Yeah. Mission Mario update tomorrow, hopefully. I hope to have the video done editing. I need to, like, as soon as we're done here, I'm just going to go back to edit. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, a lot of that super niche stuff honestly did well, Supyo, I think. I think a lot of the really rare NES stuff did fine. Like, I don't know how much we expect it to sell for. A lot of that Turbo Graphics stuff did quite amazing, honestly. Are you guys getting sick of Grunt Birthday Party yet? Speaking of my generation, hey, I made the freaking notification sound, the Grunt Birthday Party. Just, you know, that's where I am. That's my age. That's my age. Should have took down the Mario tonight. Worry about the consequences later. I don't even want the I don't even want that 9.4B plus though. Unless you're talking about a different one, KK. You think now is the time to dive deep and finance a clean copy? There's ebbs and flows in every market, and I think the run we saw in the last 3 to 4 months will see more upward in the next 8 to 12. I hope so. Everything held well? I think so. You thought it was a FNAF soundbite. Oh my gosh. 5 Nights at freaking Freddy's Thane. You are cooked. Yeah, that's Grunt Birthday Party. That is Grunt Birthday Party. 9.0A is my absolute minimum. Yeah, the gifted are still coming in. Don't worry, I'm getting out of here too. I'm getting out of here too. I need to go and get some food in me. My stomach has been dying for the past like hour here. So, on that note, you guys, huge thanks to the donations, huge thanks to the gifted, huge thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Videogames@ha.com to get into the next signature. You have until July. There's more showcase auctions, the weekly auctions. Videogames@ha.com. There's referral links in the description. Reach out. Evan is in the chat. Evan is in the Discord. He'd be happy to talk to any of you guys. Any questions you have about Heritage, anything. Talk to Evan. He's in the Discord. He's in the chat all the time. You can just strike up a conversation. Send him a DM. Have a great night, everyone. Appreciate you coming out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good night, everybody.